Let me go live on YouTube. I forgot. I'm not even live on there yet. Shit is a joke, man. Absolute freaking joke. Omari and Hampton. Do I even want to know what that is? Do I even want to know what that is? I probably don't even want to know what that is. Okay, it's a football player. Thank God. Like Tim Pool getting his thing shot up. Why? I don't even watch the guy, but I know he's inoffensive. He's been given a life sentence for refusing to deny his faith in good conscience. Irish teacher Enoch Burke heads to jail for being a practicing Christian and refusing to use a trans-identifying student's preferred pronouns and new
gender ideology.
Judge Cregan today has given us a new version of the Constitution regarding religious freedom. He said if Enoch Burke practiced his Christian belief outside the gate, this would never have happened. He said it 3 times today. So he is telling us you can have your religious belief outside the gate. But you know, that's not what the Constitution tells us. It tells us that we have a constitutional right to the free practice and profession of our religious belief in our school, in our job, in our shop, wherever we are, not according to this perverted idea and judgment of Judge Cregan. This dispute began when the principal of the school demanded that he call a child by a new name and use the they pronoun. It did not begin with Enoch Burke. He was commanded to deny his Christian belief, to give up his conscience and agree with transgenderism. And today he's getting a life sentence because the courts have decided to agree with the school and lock him up in prison.
And Trump wants to patty cake with these niggas, bro. This same sickness ideology has completely infected Europe from almost every fabric of his society. And Ilhan Omar is still in Congress. Send SEAL Team 6 to this retarded towelhead's house and get her and her dumbass husband out now. And every other Somalian defrauder of our country. I am a damn American, and I am sick and tired of these retarded animals in my country telling us that our rules are racist, that we have an imperialistic agenda of whatever, that we need to change our rules to accommodate them. Suck this big fat eagle cock. Shut up. Who are you? Hold on. Africa sucks. Somalia sucks. Iran sucks. You people have allowed the Ayatollah to completely take over and defraud that nation. It is not America's job to fix the world's problems. It is not America's responsibility to take you in and give you a house, give you an iPhone, and give you food. Why are we importing people that hate us? Why are we condemning the speech of born and bred American citizens who don't want things in their country? Why are we listening to these people? Why are we playing nice? This is a war. We are in the middle of World War IV on a new front, on a digital age. This is the biggest culture war that this country has ever, that the world has ever experienced. Put niggas in a box. Put them in a box, bro. Life in prison. Because I'm not going to call a trans person them. What the hell is going on? I'm so sick of this shit, man. I'm so sick of this shit. How many more years of free speech do I have? Just till this presidency? Man. I'm just... Oh, man. Netflix announced our acquisition of Warner Bros. Together we'll define the next century of story. Netflix is buying Warner Brothers. Why? Why? So the next Batman movie can have a trans character in it? Are you serious? More corporate consolidation of media. More corporate consolidation of entertainment, of creativity. Bro. You know what's crazy? I actually, at what point? Back when I was a retarded Xbox fanboy, I was genuinely so happy that they bought Activision Blizzard. I was like, okay, hell yeah, Xbox is about to be on top. Just for them to raise the prices of everything. Every game they dropped has sucked so much dick. And then make everything multi-platform. And Japan is so base, bro. You know what they said? They said, you know what? Anime is getting too popular. No more Western involvement. Because if we allow the West to dictate what we put in our entertainment, we're going to end up just like them. With dog shit. That's why I only watch anime. I watch anime and independent creators. Asman is legitimately just an evil person. He'd be cackling at Jews being executed if he lived in the 1940s because they were woke Bolsheviks. Yeah, true, dude. Keep cooking. Unbelievable, bro. Free speech has not been banned in the UK, and we will arrest anyone who says it is. This dude is such a... Ooh, man. I can't say what I want to say. Indiana House passes proposed congressional map 57-41. Sending it to... Why couldn't we have done this before the election? Man cries as his illegal wife is rounded up by ICE. Why did... Why is she not a citizen then if you're married? Isn't that how that works? She had to look into that first. Enjoying the new version of Trump is basically your granddad at Christmas dinner who no longer cares what anyone thinks except he's the leader of the free world. I really hope Trump goes full... I pray to God that Trump goes full unhinged psychopath. I don't care. I want war. And I hope that everyone around him defends him with all they have. Cause brother. Oh my gosh. I'm so thirsty. I'm gonna grab some water real quick. Thinking like me ain't gonna never stop. Oh, my Yamins fell off. Whoopsie. My tail beast cape hood thingy. What are you talking about? Yep. Okay, 1 second. I apologize. Yep. All right. Oh, snap. I didn't, hold on. I'm gonna put it on my, speeching for 30 minutes. I've already been live for 30 minutes. Oh my gosh. I forgot to post the bro. I have to keep posting. I have to keep going hard because Asmongold, you know that the British girl, what's her name? The Warwick report. Her, hold on. Jade Warwick. This girl. If you can see that, I don't know if you can see it. Anyways, I was watching Asmongold earlier today, and I was like, wait a second. I remember I noticed that voice. I went and grabbed my phone, bro. Asmongold was reacting to her. And man, at one point she only had like 10,000 more followers than me. Now she has 323. Yeah, she's popping off. Good for her. I'm very very happy for her. But that's awesome. Asmin was listening to something she was talking to or was something she was talking about OnlyFans girls, which was pretty cool. So let's listen to some D&D fantasy music. Let's do that. Hell yeah, type beat. Speaking of anime I sold, why? What happened? You good, OG? Where's my... I keep saying it. Hold on. Let me mute the damn mic. Okay, sorry. I'm back. Which anime clothing company are you partnered with again? I was partnered with Aniki, but I haven't talked to those guys in forever. So I don't even know if my code still works. I have a link in my link tree though, in my bio, but I don't get any like commission sales or anything from Shonen Society. Just the owner of it followed me and really likes me. He sent me a bunch of free shirts before. He's a really awesome guy. Alma Clayton. He's dope. But they have he does all of the art from scratch. So like, oh my gosh, bro. If you want the most fire anime clothes imaginable, Alma Clayton. Sure. Oh my gosh, another bot. So annoying. Can we get like some tavern music or something? Oh, there we go. Night at the tavern. Lovely. I love it here. Okay. Let me put subtitles on this. I wish on Instagram in like the edit tab you could do like a preset, because you have to change them every single time. It's not the end of the world, first world problems, but still. Come say hello. Twitch. Kick. Facebook. YouTube. All at TJX Shippuden. Hit link in bio for all. Okay. For you page, hashtag streamer, hashtag reels, hashtag liberal, hashtag Trump, hashtag content creator, Ty Beat. All right. Lovely. Invicta Kuru. It said in the video, it's just a rage bait unit. Oh. J-O for all you, J-O Yang on the avenue.
Thank you.
Invicta Kuru was cool. They didn't partner with me or anything, but they did, all they did was like, they sent me 2 pairs of shorts. They sent me Attack on Titan shorts and JJK shorts. And I told them that I'd make a video for them. Well, I asked them I said, hey, if you'd like me to promo any of your guys' stuff, let me know. Because I have a belt, like my Demon Slayer belt I got from them. And they hit me back and was like, what's your address? And then they sent me 2 pairs of shorts. So they posted one of them. Which is kind of cool. What's this guy got to say?
The mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Frey, is saying that he's actually proud to have the largest Somali community in the country, and his police chief
Well, then he's a fool.
Well, his police chief is also
I
saying
wouldn't be
that
proud to have the largest Somalian. Look at their nation. Look how bad their nation is. It's not even a nation. It's just people walking around killing each other. Look, these Somalians have taken billions of dollars out of our country. They've taken billions and billions of dollars.
They're just going around
They have
just killing each other.
Representative Ilhan Omar, who they say married her brother. It's a fraud. She tries to deny it now, but you can't really deny it.
Nah, you know what it is, bro? It's there was a couple brands. I don't know if you've ever seen Musoka Fitness, but Musoka, when I had like 15K, or no, actually, I think I had like 2,000 followers, and I reached out to Musoka because I've been following them for a minute because I thought that their memes were hilarious, and I asked them because, bro, they have sponsored athletes with 5,000 followers, 500 followers, and I was like, they're like posting them on their page, promoting them and everything, and matter of fact, listen, I'll expose them real quick. I'll expose them. Oh, oops. I had to free myself. I wake up and I just be myself. Yeah. Oh, that Amir X Odom guy followed me yesterday. That was kind of cool. Musoka. Oh, never mind. Deleted it, JK. Anyways, can Hang on for just want to say I love how you keep on calling out Candace. She's batshit, needs to be stopped. Some people on the right are so tarded. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. I will not let her orbiters stop me from saying what needs to be said. So I appreciate it.
Around killing.
I appreciate it a lot, senor. What the freak? What was I gonna say? Am I retarded? I feel like I low-key am retarded. Damn it. Shit. What was I saying? Oh, okay. Anyways. So I hit up Masoko when I had like 2K, and I said, hey, I really like your guys' stuff. I'd love to promote it. It didn't respond, right? Then I have 15K. I asked them the same thing. They told me that I had to buy a shirt from them or buy something from them and then make a video, and then they'd see about reposting it. And I had never dealt with this. Is the first brand I ever reached out to. So I was like, I guess, sure. So there was already a shirt that I really wanted to buy. It had like some sculpture of like Julius Caesar or some emperor or whatever that said who was going to carry the boats that I wanted already. So I bought the shirt, and then they don't even post it. I send it to them and they're like, heck yeah, bro, just keep posting content. And they haven't grown. They've gone up 1,000 followers since then, and I've gone up like 125 since I last talked to them. And the last message I sent them was lol. And they read it and didn't say anything. And I'm like, what the freak? Why? You got some tiny ass dude inclining 135, and you give him a sponsorship and free clothes. But Big TJ going there, and I'm like, hey, what's up? How you guys doing? You want me to promote your stuff? No response. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll just surpass you then. I'm gonna just get my shit out the mud. Now, I'm going to start a clothing brand. I don't know when, and I don't know how. What I can tell you is I don't have time. I do not. What the hell am I listening to in my ears right now? What is this happily ever after? Get this gay shit out of my ear. Give me the hymn of battle. What in the world? Out of your mind? Anywho. They did, yeah. They did. But yeah, that was a hot mess. Anyways, what's Trump talking about?
Look, these Somalians have taken billions of dollars out of our country. They've taken billions and billions of dollars. They have a representative, Ilhan
Give me
Omar,
some.
who they say
Please.
married her brother.
You know what?
Fraud.
I think the only way that I could do it is if my mom and my girl ran it for me. I'd have to like come up and sign off on the designs, and wifey and mama gonna have to do it for me, bro. Cause I legit, unless I'm able to quit my job, unless I can do this full time and support myself, then yeah, Lord knows, but we shall see. God knows.
She tries to deny it now, but you can't really deny it because, you know, it just happened. She shouldn't be allowed to be a congresswoman, and I'm sure people are looking at that.
Why aren't you looking at it? If you're okay, this is what. All right. Okay. You're the only one that can. What? It's like Trump acknowledges the problem, and then says I know people are looking into it. Why aren't you looking? What do you mean? Just get her out. Just make her leave. Just literally make her leave. Like, she committed a crime. She married her brother, and she sent billions of dollars to Al Shabaab. What? You have to quit in a way you about to be a nurse, content creator, and clothing at the same time. No. If I was the thing is, if I was a nurse, I would have way more free time. But I'm not. I have not gone to nursing school. I have not done that. I work in the pharmacy. I won't say what I am in the pharmacy, but I'll say that. I don't want people to narrow down my business. But bro, then where I work, the nurses, they make like $250 an hour, and they work 3 days a week. They do 3/12s. It's crazy. If I was a nurse, I would have way more money and way more time. Oh man, it'd be great. But I'm definitely not adding nursing school to go take out a $50,000 loan. That's GG's. Oh no, no, you're chilling, bro.
And she should be thrown the hell out of our country.
Throw her out! You're literally the president. People are looking into it. She should be thrown out. You sound like me. You're not a political commentator. You are the president. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Nurses get, at least where I am, in Central Oregon, nurses get paid. It's crazy.
And most of those people, they have destroyed Minnesota, okay? Minnesota, you have an incompetent governor. You have a crooked governor. He's crooked as hell, but he's incompetent.
Yeah, the guy's a retard.
Walz he should be ashamed. That beautiful land, that beautiful state, it's a hellhole right now. And the Somalians should be out of here. They've destroyed our country. And all they do is complain, complain, complain. You have her. She's always talking about the Constitution provides me with...
She doesn't give a damn about the Constitution. That damn piece of
your own
garbage.
country, figure out your Constitution. All she does is complain about this country. And without this country, she would not be in very good shape. She probably wouldn't be alive right now. So Somalia is considered by many to be the worst country on earth. I don't know. I haven't been there. I won't be there anytime soon. I hope. But what?
Do they even have a government? Who's the president? Who's the PM of Somalia? It's just a bunch of retarded Africans running around with turbans and AK-47s. Thought they were inferior to any mean who's in. They even do. I always thought that they were inferior. Oh, inferior to doctors, and any man who's a nurse is a pussy. That's crazy. No, there's a lot of male nurses. A lot of the, you know what's crazy? A lot of the male nurses at where I work are actually so cool. And it's a lot of the females that are just straight up B words. They're just rude and obnoxious and entitled. And I'll be at the Pyxis machine loading drugs in there, and they're freaking, bro, it's like they'll sprint to get there before me. Like, I could be in and out of there in 15 seconds, and they want to sit there and dispense 15 drugs for the patient that they could give. They don't have to give the drugs for another 2 hours, but they just want to sit there and make me look at them. It's so annoying, bro. I hate when women are in positions of power, because they abuse even the most minuscule amount of it for no reason. It's unbelievable. But nurses, essentially, they're caretakers. So they administer drugs. They have to sign off for all narcotics that are given. They wipe people's asses, deliver babies. Well, those are just the FBC nurses, but like there's ortho neuro, there's medical nurses, there's pediatric nurses. So it really just depends where you are. The ICU nurses probably have it the worst because they have to like fit tubes down people's throat and like work the dialysis machines. It's just it's a lot. The females be cheating crazy too. I've heard horrible stories, especially the night shift nurses. Oh my gosh. If you ever are talking to a girl in the medical field and she says she is a night shift nurse, absolutely not. Hell no. The female, oh my gosh, it's crazy. But no, I mean, doctors make like a lot more money. Like if a nurse, like let's look it up. Average U.S. nurse salary. Higher in states with elevated cost of living or rural shortages. California averages over 130,000 annually. Annual average nurse BLS Thrive. Plus, there's a lot. There's also a lot of different paths with nursing. You could be like you could be a charge nurse, which is like you're the nurse that manages all the nurses in your department, which makes a lot of money, a lot of extra money. Okay, so about $100,000. Average U.S. doctor salary. Entry level post residency starts at 3 to 400K. Damn. That is crazy. Oh my gosh. And you know what's funny? All the doctors at where I work at, bro, none of them talk to. There's one really cool Asian guy. He's like a 6'5" Chinese dude. Crazy, I know. But he's so cool. And he's just so friendly and bubbly. I really like that guy. I think his name is like Dr. Yang or something like that. But super, super cool guy. Everybody else, when I tell you stone cold, straight face, like, oh my gosh. Unfriendly, kind of like standoffish. I don't know. There's like 5 of them that I see walking around every so often. Especially this one chick that's in like her late 30s. Just full-blown feminist boss babe energy. And it's like every time I see her, it's like she's getting followed by a rain cloud. Like it's almost like she knows that all the money she's making is not fulfilling her. It's like you can tell. Like she's miserable, but she went to medical school for 10 years and she's invested so much of her life into it. And now she's old and overweight and unattractive and nobody would want her. And what guy off the street, unless you go date another doctor who's at the hospital for freaking, 75% of every waking hour. Like, unless you're in that situation and you're also with somebody that is sleeping at the hospital because they have to have a doctor on staff on rotation all the time. It's like she knows deep down she would much rather be home with her husband making him lunch and nurturing children. But she's in too deep now. So she's in way too deep. So it's like she made her bed and got to lay in it now. It's tough. After 15 years of schooling, post high school in debt, yeah, it's tough. It's super tough. What else was I gonna say? Damn it. I don't remember. Anyways, actually, average pharmacist salary, Central Oregon. Yeah, she definitely, there's not a lot of dudes making that much money. It's really not. Average Oregon State, 70. Damn, bro. The pharmacists, they're making damn near 3x my freaking wage. That's tough. But honestly, to give your life to some other place in exchange for money and I don't know. I'd so much rather be independent. Anyways, I still haven't even finished this Trump clip.
I won't be there anytime soon. Not even believable. It's not to Minnesota is not even believable. It's not even believable. And a lot of it starts with the governor. A lot of it starts with Barack Hussein Obama.
That's facts.
When people started coming in. And you have to have people come in that are going to love our country, cherish our country. They want to kiss our country goodnight. They talk about our country. We want them to pray for our country. This is not the people living in Minnesota. And she's a disaster. She should not be, and her friends shouldn't be allowed. Frankly, they shouldn't even be allowed to be congresspeople, okay? They shouldn't even be allowed.
The cognitive dissonance for him saying this and me hearing it. Bro, what is up with this playlist? What even is this? Christmas in a tavern. Can I get some more of these? Some more Lament for a Hero's Fallen Friends? Can we get some more of that, please? Jeez. So he knows that this is a problem. He knows that it is a backhand in the face of Americans that this woman and her people are even in the positions that they're in. Yet, they're not arrested. The military is not flooding Minnesota. Why? Why? 72 hours. All the other BS that we spent all this money on. 72 hours. Send them in there and get all of these nutballs out. These psychopaths that are terrorizing innocent white people for no reason.
Be congresspeople, because they don't represent the interests of our country. Anybody else?
Mr. President.
No, they don't, bro. So why? Bro, I will lose my mind. They'll say it's unconstitutional. You know what's so hilarious about that? They don't give a shit about the Constitution. These people don't care. They're only using the fact that Americans care about the Constitution as a means to justify them being insane. That's it. There's no principle in this whatsoever. It's so retarded. If the founders, framers seen the state of the country now, they would just die. Literally, bro. And I wouldn't even blame them. Is the YouTube stream good? I actually have no idea. I haven't checked it. What's happening? I'm clicking on it. Wagwan. Oh, W. Oh, it does look good. Okay, I figured it out then. Oh, it does look good. Okay, I figured it out then. Hell yeah. Tight beat. The PFP tough. Which one? My YouTube one? ICE Border Patrol just pepper sprayed a sitting member of Congress in Tucson, Arizona. Why are you out there on a Friday afternoon? Tim Walz gets a late night visit from Trump and JD Vance song Retarded. The fact that there is a physical 3D fat JD Vance meme person. Oh my gosh. Muslim. The mayor of London is a Muslim. Sadiq Khan nearly crashes out the moment he realizes he has to sing Christ is Born, the Newborn King. I don't know how the meme started either. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no idea. Sadiq Khan. What a freaking bro. It's crazy. The pipeline of like super mixed biracial light-skinned person to purist ethno-state enjoyer pipeline is crazy. I am so many. I don't remember her name, but I love her. I follow her on Instagram. I repost every video she does. I think she called Piers Morgan a pussy and he blocked her. I like her a lot. Yeah, she's dope. Globalize the enchilada. But anyways, being far right in 2025 just means having the same views as 99.9% of all humans who ever lived up until the 21st century. You're not far right, you're just normal. It's crazy that leftists will be happy that somebody with differing opinions of you gets murdered in front of the entire world in cold blood in broad daylight. Yet you say get Somalians that are stealing out of the country. And then they call you a racist, fascist bigot. The fact that we entertain these people and don't put them in a box forever, we have to apply Asmongold's 2% rule to the country. We have to. If we can round up 2% of the problem boys, 2% of the wild childs, and just put them all in jail, we would live in paradise. What were you saying about multiracial? I come from some African tribe. I am Mexican. I am Irish. I'm Scottish. I'm Japanese. I'm Native American, and something else. I'm a whole bunch of stuff. I'm just black enough for it to be socially acceptable to say nigga. So my identity isn't being an American. That's what it is. I don't look at myself as a black American. I'm not even a mixed. I don't even think of myself as a mixed or biracial American, whatever. Everybody wants to dress up these retarded terms. That's why we have so much division. There's no unity. We have to, I am just an American. That's how I see myself. You thought I was just black and white? No. No, not at all. That's why my hair is the texture that it is. No, I'm a hodgepodge of a whole bunch of stuff. Let's just say that my ancestors liked variety. And so do I. Bro, I've dated fat white girls. I've dated 4'11" Asian girls. I've dated tall black girls. I was engaged to a tall light-skinned girl. I dated a thick-ass Latina girl. I don't have a type. Are you attractive? Do you have a nice ass? Do you know Jesus? Not in that order. The Jesus part comes first. But it's so disgusting that we have to coexist with these people that put their ethnic identity group above literally anything else in life. And they get so emotionally captured by their ethnic identity and just completely ignore the fact that all of their freedoms are being taken away from them. And it's like, they don't even care. It's so pathetic. You're going ho ho home. I hope so, man. Nick Fuentes calls out Ian Carroll and asks, where's the evidence for his absurd Israel conspiracy theories? This is a grift. You're making assumptions that you can't rationally make. Don't rope me into it. What's going on here? What happened that your engagement didn't end up working out was crazy. What do you mean? What happened that your engagement didn't end up working out was... Oh, I thought you meant social media engagement. She got pregnant by not me. Pretty much. That's basically what happened. To summarize a very long story and make it very, very short, you could just say that. But there were a bunch of issues. We separated for a month and a half and then moved out of the place that we were living in together. But I did everything wrong. I wasn't a man. I was a bitch. I was a pussy. I didn't know what being a man was. I didn't know how to take charge in a relationship. I was emotional. I was what's the word? I was a beta male, essentially. I was an emotional, weak, soft man that didn't know how to lead, and I hadn't gone through any character development. I hadn't. And my parents were not hard enough on me as a child. And they swear up and down that they did they're like, "Yo, oh yeah, but look at how you turned out." And I'm like, I turned out how I turned out in this last stage of life because of everything that I went through, not because of, like, I understand and I'm thankful for the way you guys raised me, but at the same time, if you guys were more on me about being a man, I feel like I could have avoided a lot. But I'm still young. I'm still very young. But yeah, I let her talk back to me. I allowed her to disrespect me. She was so argumentative. You know, it was crazy because I would like wake up every morning and I would just wait for her to find something to fight about. It was crazy. I was so miserable. It was horrific. This is why paternity tests should be mandatory. I took one. That's how I knew. And I knew she was lying. When I ended up telling my parents that she told me that she was pregnant, I was like, I believed her, so I thought that it was me. A couple weeks later, I was like, there's literally no way. I started running through every single scenario that had ever happened, and I was like, there's absolutely no way. There's no way. That's my child. There's just it's not. And I gave all the details to my dad, and he was like, I think she's lying. She's full of shit. And I was like, man, I really hope so. So and then what's crazy is that she went 6 months lying to me, swearing up and down, cross her heart, hope to die, that she didn't do anything with anybody else. So that was a damn lie. But apparently she's married to the guy that she got knocked up by and has 2 children, I guess. So, good for her. That's wonderful. I have no ill will towards her, and I have already forgiven her and moved on. Because I'll tell you one thing. Bro. I was not innocent. I did my dirt too. I certainly did. It was just a hot mess and a red flag, and it was 2 young adults with no life experience that did not know what they were doing. And yeah, thankfully it ended far before either of us got in too deep with one another. Thank God you didn't believe her. So many people have been raising other people's kids and they don't know it. Yeah, those people are what we call retards. And I may have been a pussy, but I wasn't a retarded pussy. I had elements of retardation, but not full bore. I promise you that. I'll tell you that for free.
Ian Carroll, the conspiracy theorist, he's making videos about the conspiracy behind Red Lobster.
Elon, dear Elon, can you please explain to me why every single time I click on a video on your app that it's literally 240p? Can you do something about that? If you can figure out the self-driving car thing, you're going to be a trillionaire. Can you please upgrade the video encoder on your app? It's so crazy to me. I don't know how to maneuver my way around this app, so I'll go to my account after this because I don't want to lose this video because I am interested in it.
Conspiracy behind Applebee's, the conspiracy behind Burger King. He does a live stream tonight and says, Where are you, Nick? We're all aligned on this against the Jews, and you are agreeing with Crowder and Tim Pool and everybody else. We need you. Why are you with them? And
I'm not gonna lie, Nick, I don't know if this is a green screen background, but this whole vibe you got with the Christmas trees and everything is fire. I really like that a lot. I gotta get some lights behind me. Some states make it so if you sign the birth certificate for a kid and found out it's not yours, you are still responsible for the kid till it's 18. Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane. And I know how much. Oh, what's up, Jacoby? I didn't even see your name. What's good, my boy? I'm still playing Where Winds Meet, bro. I'm addicted. Well, not I haven't played a game in like 5 days. I'm not gonna lie. I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed. And there's so much. And also, I found out, by the way, that I felt like such a piece of shit. I felt like I suck dick at video games. And I know that I don't, because Black Myth Wukong, I that was the first game I've ever done a New Game Plus run. It's nuts, bro. I love that game so much. But anyways, the Wolf Maiden, she is the Melania of Where Winds Meet. Apparently, that is the most insane bitch that you need like 7 hours of practice runs against her before you're ready to actually legit fight her. And it doesn't even matter what level you are, because if you're 1v1ing her, it scales to your level, because they want that fight to just punch you in the dick. They want that fight to just bust your sack open. That's the whole goal. So anyways, yeah, we were fighting her, and it's not, oh my gosh, this game is so difficult. I mean, there's some of the fights are pretty hard. It's not a walk in the park. However, Wolf Maiden, woo, oh my gosh, bro. Yeah, she's a demon.
With Ian Carroll, where's the evidence? What even is that? Everything other than
she
evidence,
is like that.
They're gonna say, well, Israel kills everybody else. Okay, people die all the time, actually. People die all the time, and there are a lot of school shootings and assassinations. This stuff happens with regularity. Was Israel behind Luigi Mangione? Why or why not? Was Israel behind the school shooting in Colorado that happened on the same day? Why or why not? Was Israel behind the shooting of Trump? Why or why not? I don't know if any of those people blamed Israel for the shooting of Trump. Was Israel behind the Las Vegas shooting? Why or why not? Because the heuristic seems to be Israel is behind literally everything. Literally everything. Not most things, not things we can demonstrate with evidence. No, they're behind literally everything. And if they're behind literally everything in the past, then it's safe to assume they're behind literally everything in the future. And that is ridiculous.
Okay, Nicholas, Niggalips, whatever you prefer. I prefer Niggalips. You have to be a little bit more self-aware. And I know that you are becoming more mainstream, and I'm happy for you, Nick. You have been ostracized from political commentary since you were 18 years old. I don't like you. I don't. But at the very least, I can respect you, because you have been through a lot. You've had a lot of adversity. You have been ostracized from society. Damn near. Just because you have opinions that certain people don't like. So I can respect that as somebody that is on the same level of don't give a damnness about how people view you. But Niggalips, you cannot, okay, create a army of people that parrot everything that you say and categorically condemn American Jewry, whatever that means. And you have fed into the anti-Semitism. You have fed so much into the condemnation of Jewish policy and conspiratorial ideas. You've spearheaded so much of that I understand that, and I respect it, because it's a good business decision that you're not saying the N-word anymore. You're taking a step back from your extremism because you're becoming a lot more mainstream, and that's going to open up doors for you. It makes perfect sense. But still, also, you can condemn this, but you still have to acknowledge, I had a really big hand in this. Because you've said a lot of stuff about Israel and about Jewish people that have been so baseless, that have made no real sense, And what I like about Nick at the very least is that I may not buy the evidence that he's presenting, but at least unlike Candace, he presents evidence. He does. He does. Nick presents evidence. But there's also been a lot of times where you haven't. So it's like, brother, which one is it? What amount of Jewry are you condemning? I don't know, man. Oh,
That doesn't make any sense. Why? Charlie Kirk was Israel's top guy. I don't know how much more clear you can make it. And here's a perfect example. Hey, Ian Carroll, why did you on September 7th of this year tweet at Charlie Kirk, "You're working for the Jews that killed Jesus"? On September 7th, 2025, you tweeted that Charlie Kirk is working for the Jews that killed Jesus.
That
On
was
September
thousands of
11th,
years ago.
You were absolutely certain that it
you know what? Okay, you know what's disgusting about that sentiment too? Is when people say that, it's so broad strokes and reckless. Jews didn't even kill Jesus. It was Jewish rabbis that thought that he was blaspheming by calling himself the Son of God that ratted him out to the Roman government, and they crucified and killed Jesus. That's actually what happened.
Israel killed him because he was this close to telling the truth, and he died for it. So what changed in those 4 days exactly? What irrefutable proof did you get in those 4 days? On September 7th, you said Charlie Kirk is working for the Jews that killed Jesus. On September 11th, the day after he was killed, you were certain, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that Israel killed him to silence him. How does that even happen? Before we had a suspect, before we knew any of the facts, any of it, you knew for sure they did it. So, do you have ESP? Are you omniscient? Do you have telepathy? I don't think so. This is a grift. This is a grift. It is intellectually lazy. It is dishonest. You are making assumptions that you cannot rationally make. And if you want to destroy your credibility, that's fine. If you want to destroy your credibility by blaming Israel for killing the #1 Israel defender in America, that is your business. But don't try to rope me into it and guilt me or whatever it is you're trying to do. Saying, we're all on this side and you're over there. I've been over here, bro. Where were you? I've been over here. I was at Charlottesville, lest I remind you. Where were you in 2017? Were you at Burning Man? Sorry, were you in some commune in Portland? I was at Charlottesville in 2017. He goes, we're all over here fighting the good fight. You and who? You and Candace Owens, who was working at Daily Wire last year? You and Candace Owens, who was working at Daily Wire. You and Tucker Carlson, who was working at Fox News. In 2017, 10 years ago, I was at Charlottesville. In 2019, I led the Groyper War against Charlie Kirk, calling him an Israel shill. It is 2025. Nothing has changed. For 13 years, from the time Charlie founded Turning Point until today, that organization was owned by Israel and served Israel, and everyone knows that. In June of this year,
just because I disagree with that, just because you have Jewish donors, because a part of your brand is advocating for the sovereignty of Israel, does not mean you're owned by Israel. You think every single donor was Jewish? You think every single one of them had dual citizenship to Israel? I don't like that. That's so lazy and reckless. That's not true. There are plenty of American non-foreign interests that were funneling money into Turning Point. That's such a lazy cop-out.
Charlie texted Dinesh D'Souza and said, Nick Fuentes is vermin. We've been fighting him for 6 years. He's anti-Semitic. In August, he said I'm anti-Semitic garbage and I need to be censored and he would never debate me. That was in August. People want to point out, oh, well, he was leaning in the other direction. He wasn't leaning in the other direction. His right-hand man, Andrew Colvett, comes from Salem Media. Look at who's involved in Salem Media. It is a Christian Zionist outfit. It is in bed with Israel. You want to know how I know that? Melissa Straight used to work there. From Prager University, she also used to work for Unit 8200 in the IDF. That's where Andrew Colvett comes from, and he was Charlie Kirk's right-hand man. Charlie Kirk appointed Andrew Colvett to lead their struggle session about Israel after the Turning Point SAS conference in July. When Israel bombed Qatar in contravention of Trump's own foreign policy, who did Charlie Kirk invite on the
I will never pronounce a Middle Eastern country correctly out of spite.
show to do Hasbara and explain the party?
You know, I like Dubai, though. I do. I respect Dubai. I'd go there. I would. Because they cut people's hands off for stealing. There is a zero toleration for crime. And if America stopped being so broke back pussy, and if they started defending their rules, and if America started defending our rules and regulations, I wish we had people with the balls of those that are running Dubai. I do. Because I've never heard a bad thing about that place.
Line, Ben Shapiro.
And I'm pretty sure you can be a Christian in Dubai as well. That's the only Middle Eastern country that I would live in. The only one.
Well, Charlie Kirk played devil's advocate.
At least visit. Maybe not
his
live.
Platform to Ben Shapiro
I'd visit.
to give Israel's position. And on Wednesday, the day he was shot, Charlie Kirk met with his rabbi to prepare him to defend Israel at Provo, as he was writing his forthcoming book about the Jewish Sabbath. And this is the guy that was martyred for fighting Israel? If you think that, I feel sorry for you. Because you are retarded. Ian Carroll says, we're all over here. Where's our general? Where's our guy? I'm right here where I've always been, following the facts, following the money, looking at the information. That's what got me here, light years ahead of you, light years ahead of Candace, light years ahead of Tucker Carlson. Now all these interlopers are going to come in and tell us that our ideology is about Netanyahu and Israel's foreign policy and this kookery.
Kookery is crazy.
No, sorry.
What the hell is
Absolutely not.
kookery?
That's totally ridiculous.
That's funny. Oh man.
Ian Carroll, the conspiracy.
Jeez, man. Let's see if I can find anything else here. Switzerland, a Muslim woman was fined 100 Swiss francs for wearing a burqa, which was banned in the country via referendum. She contested the charge, claiming Islamophobia, and now faces a fine of 1,000 Swiss francs. I thought Switzerland was cooked. I thought it was finito. America, secularism, democracy is cancer. Islam is the answer.
These are cancers.
No, you're right. You're right. American secularism and democracy is the cancer. You're correct. We have to introduce a Christian nationalist theocracy. We have to get rid of democracy. We have to get rid of liberal ideology. It has to be completely zero toleration in society. You should be ostracized from public life if you are a retarded Antifa sympathizer, communist piece of shit, and you should be kicked out of the country and denaturalized. However, so should you, off the basis of being a Muslim, that is trying to call America a cancer. Your ideology is a cancerous infestation to planet Earth, to the world as we know it. What was my YouTube, Spotify Wrapped? Can I still see my Spotify Wrapped? My YouTube, I have no idea. That's a great question. Where is Wrapped? Can I rewatch it? There's an artist called Nutsack. I've never heard Nutsack in my life. And why is their profile picture some white woman with really huge tits? That is crazy. YouTube tells you what channels you watched and she. Is there a way to... Can I watch it? This is a podcast? Why the hell would I care about that? Where do you go to look? What the hell's going on, man? How do I rewatch my Wrapped? There's some bullshit. How? No, I'm about to get pissed. I gotta click the Wrapped link. Where's the Wrapped link? I looked at it on my phone a few days ago. Nigga, this run generational. It's not debatable. Mama at the top of the headache. It's just a new paddock. Yeah. I see what you saying, but they ain't sliding like the kid. The man. Let's ask Grok. Because now I'm finna get pissed. Because I'm actually curious now. How do I look at my Spotify Wrapped on desktop? How do I rewatch? Open the Spotify app on your computer. Go to your library, bottom left icon, scroll to the playlist section, your top songs 2025 on repeat or genre-based list. Click any no, not to play it. Full rewatch of requires mobile. Desktop doesn't support the stories. Oh, that's gay. That's so gay. Check my messages. Oh, bet. Let me do that then, folk. In the meantime, I'll put my YouTube intro out and outro song on. Yeah. So many ways I could pop it. With a baddie laid up in the tropics. Ocean views, unlimited optics. Breaking news and shot at the topic. Breaking your day, young nigga gifted. Pinky ring like a boulder. CD all on my shoulders. Giant saying that you can't see me. Pull up your wrist Lamborghini. Eating rasa pasta fettuccine. I'm as large as it gets. I'm popping and using my gifts. You little niggas teeny. Now that I got your attention, young boy better listen to all of these words. Type what I said. Oh. I thought you meant DMs. I'm not finna yell at you niggas. It's either you get it or nigga you don't. I'm living my life and obedience hasn't been reason I get what I want. And nigga, I got the ingredients. I'm in them motherfucker cooking like Gordon. Cuba like Shotty Man. Wizard Kelly. I wear a tuxedo with the Michael Jordans. Yeah. 20 ball in a backpack. Your year in audio's waiting. Head to the mobile app to join the celebration. Okay, well, that's great. Can't even look at it on desktop. How rude. Breaking news and shouted and topic. What I will tell you is my number one artist was Shotty Man, and my number one album was the Nav's newest album. YouTube, I'm not sure. I've never seen a Wrapped for YouTube. Playlists. Where's my top songs 2025 are just nowhere to be found. Whatever. All right. YouTube though, that's a good question. Pinky ring like a boulder. City all on my shoulders. John Cena, you can't see me. Pull up yourish Lamborghini. Is it called Wrapped on Instagram? I mean on YouTube? That's a great question that I don't have the answer to. No. The new Dragon Ball DLC is ruining me. Is this Sparking Zero? Yo, it actually is. Nope, it's not actually. Is that a card game? Who gives a damn? Hegseth defends strike on alleged cartel boat. Says Trump can order use of force as he sees fit. W. Report history. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see. Okay. How to check YouTube Wrapped. The bottom of your YouTube app, then on the recap banner.
Check out your YouTube recap and get a personalized look back at your year on YouTube in a story-like format. If eligible, you'll see a set of cards that highlight the unique
let's
interests,
do that.
Creators, music, and moments that define your year on YouTube. To check out your YouTube recap, be sure that you're signed into your YouTube account. Next, go to the View tab at the bottom of your YouTube app.
Okay,
then tap on the
app.
recap
That's
banner,
gay.
or visit youtube.com/recap to access your recap from a browser. And for music lovers who've listened to at least 10 hours of music, your music...
I'm actually very curious because I'm a big, massive YouTube connoisseur. Marvel Rivals tips? No way. That's crazy. Christian music, movie reviews, gaming new. One Piece discussion should be number one. You watch 1163 channels this year. Asmongold's number one. I know for a fact, of course. Renaissance, that's really loud. Renaissance periodization. Kosu, I love Kosu. Sam Sulik. I've watched more Kosu than Sam Sulik. Top 3% of viewers. 447 of their videos this year. Damn. In 2025, you showed many different sides of you. Cool beans. Oh my gosh, this shit is loud. It's all at work. That's all, literally all it is. It's all at work or at the gym. Rap music, Christian music reviews. I watched a music review. I don't know about that. One Piece theories, current events, debates. You're interested in understanding different perspectives and complex topics, it seems. Yeah, typically, you know what I mean? The sides of you, game savvy, cultured, analytical type shit. You match nicely with one personality type, ready to see which one. The challenger. You're drawn to content that shows competition and rising to the challenge. You've watched competitive gaming and movie reviews showing a love for competition. Type shit. Channel Coach Mills, RDC Live, Kostef. I really do not think I watch a lot of Coach Mills video, bro. That's just not true. Angry X1 Bros, bro. I know you're like an Xbox like fanboy guy. X1 Bros are hilarious. I hate Xbox. I don't give a shit about them, but they're so funny. I love their podcast. Michael Hearn, Sam Sulek, Rental Periodization. Heck yeah, bro. Watch movie reviews, explore fitness content. That's a terrible description of the stuff I've been watching. Marvel Rivals, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Avowed, Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I looked at a lot of, I think I was more so looking at the Demon Slayer game. They put movie lines at the most expected moments. I don't know what that means. Bro, I did not watch that much. I did not watch a lot of Marvel Rivals stuff. I really didn't. That's crazy. Should I put the stream on? Streamception? Crazy. Should I put the stream on? Streamception? Type beat. Should I put the stream on? Streamception? Type beat. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Stop. Oh, jeez. No, I'm sorry. Please, wait. Okay. So, there's a couple things that I wanted to look at today on YouTube. And I've got no regrets about this at all. Friend Never World is cool. Professional promoter on Kick. Can you share your screen? Bro, how do these bots even find me? Do you guys just scroll to the very bottom of the just chatting category? And are they programmed to just go to the niggas with literally zero motion whatsoever at all? Is that the program? Anyways, this game is called Chronicles Medieval. When I tell you, J-Jutsu, that I am going to play this game in such an I might, you know what I might do? I might not use any of my paid time off. And I might save it for the week that this game goes into early access. And I might stream it every single day for like 8-9 days in a row. Is this the Avatar game? No. No, it's not. It is called Chronicles Medieval. Look at how peak this shit is, brother. Holy. Okay. Oh, how could I explain what this game is? Deuce Vault. It is Deuce Vault, the video game.
Thou shalt not kill. So the priests tell us. So the Lord commands. But ambitious men do not listen. I sought no war. But war found me. I became like them. I took up the sword, prayed I could win redemption through my deeds. But some paths, once taken, have only one ending. I shall find no peace. On this road, there is only death. But that's just my story. Go write your own.
History books are cool.
Nigga! Oh my gosh. God wills it. God wills it. Ow. 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 We slaughtering straight up muzzies, boy. We are shoving the rod of Allah up every Islamist's ass. I'm putting straight belt to ass crusading. Oh my gosh. I have not, bro. Oh my goodness. I thought that the greatest game that I would ever be so passionate about is Crimson Desert. I thought that game was going to come. It was Crimson Desert was supposed to come out. What do you call it? In 2020. They have delayed Crimson Desert indefinitely, and I haven't been more excited for a video game in my entire life. I saw this shit, boy. Oh my gosh. The combat designer's name is Bjorn.
But what if you could live it? Not just following a script,
It's so hot.
actually forge your own
I've watched this
medieval
video already,
tribal.
but it's so
At Raw Power Games, we're not just making another medieval sandbox. We're creating something deeper, something unpredictable, and most importantly, yours. In this video, we'll give you a closer look into what we're cooking. From systems to swords, castles to communities. This is Chronicles Medieval.
Is this too loud, by the way?
When I think about the tone of the game, of course, we wanted to
Seems kinda
highlight
loud.
the brutal and rough nature of medieval
bring it
life
down
and
a little
warfare,
bit.
but we also wanted to not shy away from the visual variety involved in the world. So a variety of colors and styles, quite a vivid world that these people inhabited. Modern media tends to kind of
appreciate
fixate
it,
a
gang.
lot on the dull and grey kind of aspects, but I think medieval life was actually quite colorful.
We would like to
Bro, Muhammad
create a
Baragit.
world that can spark curiosity. So we decided to add enigmatic layers on the settlement, which hopefully can intrigue the players and motivate them to explore the whole world. Chronicle Medieval is kind of like my dream project. I feel super lucky
It's okay, guys. I know it's a woman, but it won't be woke. She's Asian.
to be able to work with a team.
If she was white with colored hair, we would be we would probably be cooked. But no, I don't see I don't see any I don't see any woke iconography. Let's turn the captions off. Yeah, let's do
Who
that.
is so talented and experienced, and also
This medieval
love
Bannerlord?
medieval history and games like me. I am sure that when the game
I
is
think the
finally
goal
finished,
is to be
I
everything that
myself will
Bannerlord
spend
wasn't.
hundreds of hours playing that.
Everything that
great deal of
people
research
wish
went
Bannerlord
into
was.
Chronicles Medieval, and I really think what put together the believability of the history was all of the kind of little nuances of characters. So how armor is forged, how it's put together. For clothing and fashion, it would be how things are hemmed and kind of seam patterns, and or the concept team put a lot of research into fashion.
You wish
how that
Bannerlord and
evolved
Crusader Kings had a
over the
baby?
time
Well,
period we're
I guess it's
focusing on.
Chronicles
One of the
Medieval.
most exciting parts was kind of seeing our characters come to life so that then they can start killing each other.
The Muslims are just misunderstood.
To make the combat feel authentic is challenging, but we have sources, and when
My nigga, bro, my guy, Bjorn Ruther, motion capture combat supervisor, HEMA expert. I don't even know what that all entails, but this is a middle-aged man with long hair and a beard and a sword in a picture frame on his t-shirt and a dragon tattoo on his arm. That is who I want designing my video games. Yes. The mod that does that, not remotely stable. Bro, when it comes to installing mods, my brain falls out of my ear. I can't do it. I'm such a retard. The only way I think the only mods I've successfully installed was being walked through on FaceTime by one of my nerdy computer friends to install a mod on Assassin's Creed Syndicate to permanently keep Jacob's hood on. I couldn't figure it out. I just couldn't. Like, I want to play modded Skyrim so bad. I would totally do a stream series because I've never played Skyrim, mind you. But to get the full Skyrim experience, bro, like fully modded with like all the bells and whistles, I'd have to pay somebody to do it for me. I can't. Been modding since I first played games on PC. They got mod managers to do that though. I'm gonna have to message you on Instagram. I'm gonna have to keep you in the repertoire. That would be great. Skyrim, one of the GOAT. I've never played it. I'd love to. You know what? I tried to play vanilla Skyrim. I couldn't get into it. I was like, this is so old. The streets need Elder Scrolls 6, bro.
But we have
streets
sources,
need it
when
bad.
we understand the concepts behind all the historical martial arts, then we can have
How bastardized I made
really
Fallout
nice
4.
and historical accurate visuality.
Imagination has been my best friend as a combat designer.
Bro just
Here,
yoinked an
that's
axe
not
out of
the
his
case.
neck.
We have to think about, is it believable? And if it's a yes, we have a solid answer. If it's a no, another round of iterations. Realism doesn't mean it's
My
not
nigga
fun.
Bjorn.
While realism is really important for a game, we're not making a simulator for sure. That means that we do get the freedom to design
Right?
let's say,
I'm not
artificial
gonna lie.
systems to make it even
I could
better.
care less about
We heavily
GTA 6.
rely
I
on
like
Bjorn's
fantasy.
vocabing
That's my
to add
bag.
Realism.
And everything is nice and enjoyable for the player. Also plausible enough for all the historians.
What we're aiming for is to make you feel the brutality. The
He
urgency,
stabbed him in the
and
mouth.
weight of your decisions. It's a game about killing someone, right? Any combat situation, whether you are in a battlefield or in a duel, you're trying to kill someone or disable someone right now. So we want you to remember that you are not a hero here. You don't have magical abilities that can slaughter multiple people and just change the tide of battle. You are a human being. You are fighting against another human being who's trying to
Okay, so it's gonna be more rooted in reality. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. That's okay. The medieval setting, I'll accept that.
kill
I'd be
you,
moving like
and you
yours.
are trying to survive and kill the opponent.
Well,
with
Bethesda's leave the
multiple opponents
remastered
around you.
mods alone. We already
So
got the
it all
KOTOR
boils
remake
down
mod
to
axed.
making the right choices in
That's
a
so
short amount
gay.
of time. To every single choice you make could either reward you or punish you.
You know what Bethesda's problem is? I think they want to pretend that they love when people mod games and like improve upon it and make it better. But I think that Todd Howard has a massive ego, and I think he likes control, and I think that's why Starfield sucked so much ass, because he wants his vision to be the final thing. I mean, I could be completely wrong. Tries to go too big. That's their problem. There's a reason we call him God Howard. Oh man! Apparently, the Elder
You
Scrolls
have the
6
right
situation
armor
is
with
cooked
you,
right
the
now.
right weapons, so all the decisions you make, the
I deadass
preparation,
move like
and
Sasuke
also
IRL.
within the battle.
I believe
when
you.
you're on the duel, also everything counts. Every single attack, every single block.
I actually
will
believe you.
Keep you alive or will kill you.
This looks badass.
If you were to ask me what I like the most about being an engineer,
Thomas
working on Chronicles
Egeskov.
Medieval, it would be that we very early on made a decision to make all the systems that make up the gameplay and the decision-making systems be part of one whole framework.
I agree.
Today
It looks
that allows us
badass.
to be very reasonable about how we approach performance issues, but also how we approach gameplay's interconnectivity. Because the gameplay interconnectivity is really what drives the game and makes it very dynamic for players when they play it.
Chronicles Medieval is a hugely ambitious game. There's a lot of stuff
Christian
that the player can interact with.
Jesperson.
Big character gallery of NPCs make meaningful decisions.
Bro.
Our battles are truly grand.
I'm the target
we put
audience.
The battles into 3 layers. Combat layer, fighting one-on-one. Captain layer, where you command units in your
I've
immediate
played
vicinity.
Chivalry,
Braveheart
actually.
fantasy that
It's
we're
pretty
trying
fun.
to get to here.
I'm a fan.
And then we have the tactical layer. We call it the general's layer, something that the player will engage with during the pre-battle planning phase. In Chronicles, we really want the player to be able to express himself and do whatever they feel like.
If you want to be someone, if you want to chase something,
you could. And we want to, as developers, give you the opportunity to do so. So after you create the character that you want to play as, you're being welcomed into an exploration map that covers a big part of medieval Europe, where you are welcome to freely roam and do essentially what you want. You can go and visit settlements, you can go and visit castles, you can attack caravans, you can chase bandits, you can perform quests. You can also hire companions and have some adventures with them.
I'm the
you
target
can participate
audience.
in small or big battles. We take you from
Every
the top-down
Republican in Minnesota to
map
play
and
this
throw you into PvP, where you can feel and see your character and actually be a participant of all the events that are
When
there.
can we
So it
retake
also feels more
Constantinople?
immersive, and you
Oh
can see
my
and experience
gosh.
the amazing world that our artists also built.
God wills it!
Being there is an important pillar of what we try to achieve.
Less management, more immersion.
There are
Less management, more immersion. You know what's crazy? It's that the setting of all of these games, bro, the setting of them is so sick, but then they'll reduce it down. Oh, I'm sorry. I just smacked the mess out the mic. But then they'll reduce it down to like a CRPG or like a turn-based strategy game. And it's like, yeah, there's an audience for that, but bro, let me get in there and doing shit. And this is like, this game, it seems like what they're going for is to scratch that itch of that like incredible backdrop of setting of like the tactical RPG games, and they're turning it into like an action combat, not even a simulator, but like a ridiculous ridiculousness paired with realism with the same backdrop that the CRPG games have. But yeah,
multiple different
basically
systems that allow players to shape
with
their
the yeah
journey
means, hell
and
yeah,
to also shape the world around. We also have the entire economy that basically runs underneath the hood and drives all of the economic and trade situation in the world that you as a player can also influence.
You can influence the economic system.
Experiment with these systems to create more of a dynamic and real world.
Chronicles Medieval is a game full of opportunities, and we can't wait to see what you'll do with it. History has already been written, but this time you're holding the pen. Wishlist Chronicles Medieval now on Steam, sign up for our newsletter, and come join our community. Because trust me, we're just getting started.
These are absolutely some wang halves, bro. Absolutely some wang halves. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that literally right now. Yes, sir. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to wishlist. The developers of this game intend to release as a work in progress, developing with the feedback of players. Planned release date 2026. Well, that's quite a broad spectrum, isn't it? It sure is. Anywho. Yeah, it wasn't at Summer Games Fest, but it was revealed in like July. And I think I want to say that I saw like the last 30 seconds of the trailer when I clicked on an Asmongold stream, and I was like, oh my gosh, this looks fire. Chronicles Medieval. And then just a couple weeks ago, I saw the trailer for this pop up in my For You page, and I watched it and I was like, oh, insane. Early access. I've never played an early access game before. I know Baldur's Gate 3 was in early access for a while. I know that much. But yeah, I am super, super excited for this game. Let's see. I wanted to look at the, what do you call it? Oopsie. Elder Scrolls 6. I really want to know what the hell is going on with that. Oh.
YouTubers overuse the "it's over" or "he's done" meta, but when I use it, I mean it. Just as I documented the downfall of Johnny Somali, we're now witnessing the end of Hassan. As after China, he's now in Ireland.
Screen photo? Here. Yeah. Right. Hey, free Kaya.
Free Kaya? Hell yeah, Tugan.
Jesus, I'll tell you what, the power of...
Just looking at his reaction, Hasan is livid, as he supposed...
Wait, did the guy not
actually
know?
pulled out this photo, which up close is a meme of him going full...
Oh, is that his
Thunder
raisin?
God on
Is
his
Raiden,
door,
I mean?
Even if Hasan leaves his room, his chat box, and even the entire country, he can't seem to escape the fact that
I don't
everybody
think he
still
knew, bro.
believes he shocked his dog on stream repeatedly and proceeded to lie into his mic for months, refreshing everybody's interest and shaming him with it.
The commie version of DSP? You know what? I don't know anything about Darkside Phil. I watched the video he did with Asmongold, and he pressed him about begging for money, and it was a really cool conversation. I thought he was a cool guy, but I pretty much like know nothing about the guy.
He tried to pretend.
Be gone with the thunderclap is crazy.
Videos about you in the past few days.
Send me the deep lore. I'm curious.
My favorite YouTuber, honestly. Every other day, there's another Hasan is finished video that comes out of those guys. It's awesome.
Feigning that he too thinks it's.
It's crazy to me that people like this are able to get such a massive audience. And I know he's just a complete like super ultra mega cuck. What do you call it? What's the baby term? Nepo baby. He hasn't earned anything in his life. He's been platformed and put on by all these powerful people in his family. However, hi baby. Ooh, thank you. Give me a kiss. Appreciate it. Love you. Ooh, I got a key lime. These Bear Bells lemon, key lime pie bars. Oh my gosh, it is so fire. It's 12-year-olds. I don't. It's weird though, cause like I've genuinely been curious, and I turned on a Hasan stream because I was like, "There's no way 30,000 people are watching this guy because he's so entertaining." He was the most boring, uninteresting, lamest nigga with the most monotone voice, just regurgitating the same thing, and then like reacting to a Trump speech where everything that Trump is saying is like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And he's just so disingenuous. And he's like, oh, look at my God, look at this Nazi. Look at this freaking guy. How's this guy do? He's so boring, man. He's so lame.
Funny. Does your friend know you use animals like horses and dogs? Yes, we do it together.
That damn
That's why you
Peanut?
see
I don't know
it.
who that is.
Even recreating the meme he was later photographed with.
Brother, can you do the thing where you shock the dog for no reason? I missed it the first time. I would like to see it in person. I got you, King. Kaya, place.
But eventually, he shows
Why is he
how much
gagging
this
on his
still bothers
microphone?
him.
What about your dog?
maddening, but
Brother, I can't.
You were a Hasan fan for one? How? Forget a day. How are you a Hasan fan for 10 minutes? That's crazy.
Enough. And I need you to understand something. You are going to die alone. Because this is the type of shit you get up to on the internet.
As if he initially shrugged off the controversy. His chat wouldn't be spamming him with rage bait to take him off topic. Not just controlling his stream, but his mood, and more importantly, his legacy. As whenever he pretended he was indifferent to it, this just encouraged more attempts as almost a challenge to be the chatter that forms the next clip. So much that this even followed him to another continent. As after the incident in Ireland went viral, Hasan got angry over the internet's reaction again.
And Destiny, and Asmongold, and Dan Saltman, whose addresses are all readily available in the same exact websites and platforms that they rely on.
Why does he go nuclear with everything?
To find my address. They're equal opportunity cyber stalkers. You're playing a very fucking dangerous game when you lean into this.
Where many saw this as Hasan making a thinly veiled threat. As Hasan does have a valid point. Nobody should be cheering on the stalking of live streamers, but it almost seems like he's implying, hey chat, they attacked me, wouldn't it be crazy if someone did the same thing to our political enemies? As XQC called them out for exactly that.
It's crazy to me because
I was gonna use a
like to get rage baited by your chat so much. Like Hasan is winning in life. He's exorbitantly successful. He has more money than he knows what to do with. He's so rich, and all he does is wake up in the morning and go live and abuse his dog. And he makes millions of dollars and has tens of thousands of people watching him on a daily basis. Why do you allow some random person in your chat? He has everything in life except for Jesus and a spine. That's it. If somebody was in my chat saying a bunch of things that I knew were verifiably untrue, why would I care? I would either ban them or ignore them. But he gets so emotional about it. And even last night, I made that video because some crazy lady was talking to me crazy. The reason why is because I was getting I got DMs of threats to my life because people were trying to tell me that how dare I speak out against Candace Owens. Bitch, who are you? You don't control me. You're just some hater on the internet. Are you out of your mind? I'm going to capitulate to some moron that wants to misrepresent the things that have happened to me and the things that I've gone through. You crazy? But you can never be a person of influence and allow your audience to control you because they liked you because you were being yourself in the first place. They liked you for your authenticity. So just because you have some weird morph in the opinions of your viewer, it's crazy. He wants to be seen as a competent political commentator because no one takes him seriously. No one takes him seriously because he wants to be taken seriously. The reason, you know what? The reason why so many people take Asmongold seriously and why he's so successful and so many people care about what he says is because he doesn't care if you don't agree with him. He doesn't care if you don't like him. He lets people talk about him crazy in his chat. He doesn't ban people unless they spam. He doesn't crash out. He doesn't get angry. He says what he says and he means it, and then he stands on it, and then he moves on to the next topic. But Hasan has such a desire to be this moral arbiter of political authority. And it's because he desires so much to be the guy that people listen to. It's like, bro, you're a clown. I don't take myself seriously even in my Instagram videos. I say what I gotta say and I move on to the next thing. And that's why people will always like authenticity over fake virtue signaling. It's crazy. For as retarded as most people are, as stupid as the average individual is, and I think it's very underestimated how stupid most people are. However, it's also understated how many intelligent people that there are. I think both things, there's a cognitive dissonance with the acknowledgement of both sides of intellect. There's a lot more smart people than you think and a lot more stupid people than you think. So when you're trying to tell people, "Oh, I have all these degrees and I did this and I have this certification, so therefore you have to listen to me." But what if you're just lying? But what if what you're saying is retarded? What? Just because you have a PhD next to your name, you can still be a retard. How many people with PhDs think that men should be allowed in women's sports? It's like to think you have to have some sacred knowledge, you have to climb to the top of some mountain and get this sacred text inscribed by lightning to understand, the most menial binary level politics, and you go and invalidate people's opinions just because they don't have the same amount of credentials next to their name, even though they're correct, makes anybody with a brain not take you seriously. Oh my gosh, I've been yapping. Jeez. Remember one time I was in his chat and I was being skeptical of the vaccine, and he brought my chat up in front of the whole stream and called me a retard for questioning the cause of COVID. It's this blind appeal to authority is what makes you a dumbass. No, you should never believe any authority figure just because they're an authority figure or because they have some certification next to their name. That's so stupid, man. That is hilarious. Then his cult-ass audience were DMing me with threats and insults. Of course they were. Because They are obsessed with a person and an ideology. And when you pair the two of those things, that's a recipe for disaster. Because you're going to defend some weird progressive socialist ideology by any means necessary, and you're going to bend over backwards to justify things when they're objectively bullshit. And then you're going to condemn anybody with a dissenting opinion because you don't feel that they are credentialed enough to even have one in the first place. That is exactly why people won't take him seriously. And that's exactly why his relevancy is on the clock right now. Hassan called for violence against his political enemies, not as blatantly as Destiny, but he has. Yeah, he has. He has. Candace Owens has always been a psyop. I used to really like her, actually. I used to watch Candace all the time, but she's just lost her shit. Hassan is a midwit thinking he's a genius. Yeah. Social autopsy, look it up. Sure. Let's see. Social autopsy. Oh, definition. Okay, so it's essentially just additional information on top of a public consensus. Is that what I'm gathering? She started a doxing website? What do you mean? The hell is that? Oh, Callie. The hell is this? Oh, jeez. I'm afraid. We're about to brick my computer. JK. All right, I'm gonna put the chat back. Oh, snap. Oh, no. The kick chat. Okay, there it goes. All right, what the hell is this? The hell is this? View membership. Are you out of your mind? I've reached the monthly article limit. I haven't even looked at it. Okay, that's a GG, I'm afraid. Oh, okay, this is a different one. I got so many ways I could pop it. With a body laid up in the tropics. Candace Owens destroys her own company, Social Autopsy, after it exposed her as a cyberbully. Oh my. I don't even have it. Basically, she started the program, then it exposed her as a cyberbully and she killed it, then went conservative. Oh, so this was like years ago. Far right commentator can... Okay. Far right. Far right is crazy. Anytime you're labeling people with the term far right or Nazi or extremist, I almost categorically... Hold on. Oh, my back. Shawty doing dishes, and that's just picking up on my mic. That's crazy. I didn't know that. Vowed to her users that she would take down Social Autopsy, the anti-cyberbullying company. It was supposed to be an anti-cyberbullying. Okay. A bully was fighting against bullying. However, Owens destroying herself is typical for the leopards eating faces party. What does that mean? Owens doesn't need to take Social Autopsy down. She never got it off the ground in the first place. Investors pulled out after realizing they'd have a greater return in promoting a bartending masterclass hosted by Bill Cosby. Oh, that's crazy.
I created Social Autopsy to track all social activity from everyone with a large database. We can find and expose the bullies. As a bullying victim myself, I know what it's like to be harassed and doxied. I've been called a capitalistic slut by my own mirror. What? I don't know if that's true, but what I do know is that currently she has lost her goddamn mind. I will tell you that for free. So, I mean, I believe it. I don't put anything past anybody nowadays, bro. Watching her gaslighting the right for years, she had the worst debate I've ever seen with Blair White on Ruben's show. I haven't seen that. She started the program, then is... Oh, I read that already. Huh, interesting.
Word
Very, very interesting.
Jimmy dog whistling. Like, what? Like, this is literally a call to action to go tap the glass back. This is like a threat of, like, if you do this, I'll do that. Like,
bro, every time I hear XQC talk, I feel like I'm gonna have an actual seizure and start foaming from the mouth uncontrollably. Oh my gosh.
With Asmongold pointing out
it devolved into
Hasan's
Caddy
chat
screaming
box.
in 3
Well,
seconds.
look at this guy in chat, right? His full name is 100% public. We should use it. This is the kind of people that you have in your chat.
Which really seems like he's still.
And you know what's
so
crazy? I watch Asmongold's streams regularly, damn near on a daily basis. And anytime people are talking crazy about Hasan, he bans them or tells them to shut up. Every time. He is the most fair, most charitable person on the entire internet to Hasan. He's never aggressive towards him. He never insults him. Hasan will call Asmongold a psychotic demon Nazi that killed his mom, that killed his dad, that is a far right lunatic that wants to suck Trump's dick, and then Asmon would be like, haha, lol, and not, he won't even rebut, he won't, nothing like that, because he's not a vindictive person to people unless, like, he has a real reason to. Hasan is such a two-faced little weenie, like, crashing out at the most minuscule, menial things, bro. It's crazy.
Be bothered by an electrocution meme, he's willing to place his peers in the crosshairs, making people too scared to try to criticize him again. As Zach initially agreed with him until he went too far.
All he had to say was, hey, don't react to my stream sniping stuff because I think it could incentivize people to do something worse. And I would have said, I understand, I won't do it. It'd be super easy. But you had to be the most unreasonable and the most mad about this.
It's so
Hasan
weird,
continues to be his own worst enemy, as just like the initial incident of him possibly shocking his dog, if he originally shrugged it off as, my bad, my dog trainer had me believing large breeds were impervious to that kind of pain. I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. Instead of crashing out every single time someone shames him over it, possibly placing tape over prongs, having other streamers sharing contradictory stories, and
just
repeatedly
be
making it trend
honest,
on Twitter.
man.
And this
Who
Ireland
cares if you shocked your dog? Like, it's your dog. If you, bro, if I got a dog and I gave it a shock collar because maybe I didn't have the time to really train him, and it was an easier way for me to get him not to do things, and people had a problem with me shocking my dog, I'd be like, okay, well, you go get a dog and you go train it a different way, but it's my dog, and move on and just ignore everybody else. But the fact that you lie about it and then you make up some false story, this is why you never lie, especially on the internet. You never go out on the internet and misrepresent, because the internet never forgets, and you will always get exposed eventually. So when you create this BS online and say, oh, it wasn't a shock collar, actually, you rip the freaking prongs off and put tape over it, and then the manufacturer of the shock collar comes out and says, actually, that is a shock collar, and he took the prongs off. Everybody knows you lied. The dew claw didn't get caught on the bed, bro. Just say, yeah, I shocked my dog, who cares? But now the fact that you're making it so much worse for yourself, because when you lie, you have to create an ecosystem for your lies to exist in. So just be honest. It's ridiculous. I use a shock collar, but people have choker chains, and bro, they're brutal, even worse than shock collars. My dad used a choker on our lab. And it was, yeah, it's not, it's not great for them. It really is not. It constricts the windpipes pretty bad. Hassan can't apologize to an audience and he knows it. When has apologizing worked with that crowd? It's not even about apologizing. Who cares? It's literally your dog. Genuinely, who cares? It's the fact that he thinks that it's the constant desire to keep up appearances and to keep up this holier than thou persona that you're just this honest, virtuous socialist, when in reality, the only reason why you're in the position that you're in is because of capitalism. And you have a $300,000 Porsche and a $10 million mansion in Hollywood. And then you want to tell everybody, socialism and capitalism is you're a Nazi, and American nationalism means that you just hate minorities. Like, what? Bro, he's the most inauthentic person with a platform. I've never seen somebody, I think like him and Pokimane in this whole influencer space are the most disingenuous, fake people. It's so gross because it's like, you know for a fact that the second those cameras turn off, they are a different person. Just be you. People want to be liked so bad, they will sacrifice who they actually are. Like, they'll allow their appearance to be at the expense of themselves. It's unbelievable. Comes in frame stream will be over. Pirate who thinks she's a lapdog. Would have never happened if he didn't have his dog as a set piece. Literally. Oh, man. It's crazy.
Incident is no different. He could have shrugged it off saying, "What a loser. How long you think he followed me around with that photo?" Anyways, back to being entertaining. But he didn't, because his ego won't let him. Somehow comparing what happened to Amiru with her stalker to his meme incident.
Dude, you're such a fucking loser. Oh my god. See the life for once in your goddamn life. Oh my lord. Pick up a weight. Lift some weights. Stop drinking Dr. Pepper. Why do these people do this?
You know what's funny? I watched Asmongold react to this live, and like 3 minutes before, he literally is drinking Dr. Pepper, which is hilarious.
To Emiru. That's the other side of it. Yeah.
While he was saying that, there was Dr. Pepper on his desk.
Really can't tell the difference between a girl with a history of stalkers getting assaulted at work to him getting tricked into a photo with a meme that he too said was funny on his own live stream, where his complete disconnect with reality is yet another sign that his career is ending.
Dead ass.
We recently covered his bizarre visit to China, but the Sean Ryan show a few months ago shed light onto why American influencers are so into China.
We got contacted by the Communist Youth League of China. Long story short, we want you to go to China. You're going to talk about infrastructure, daily life, and you're going to give some history about China. I said, I'm not doing this. Go on Instagram right now and type in Chongqing, China. There are loads of videos talking about...
Is that Elon? Was that Elon Musk?
Chongqing, China. There are loads of...
Is this AI? Is that Elon or just a really Elon looking Chinese man? I cannot tell. That was Elon? Okay.
Talking about the infrastructure in Chongqing, China. I can't prove these people took that deal, but everything a lot of them talked about is what I was told to talk about.
As he and Pokimane both gave glowing reviews of the communist state.
What did you think of China? Because you went twice, right?
Freaking love it. I find it so interesting because in terms of content, fashion, tech sometimes.
This nigga has a portrait of Barack Obama and that UK queen lady. A Queen Elizabeth, something like that. Is that what her name is? In the background of his stream. Oh my gosh. This is the most insufferable cuck.
They're just a little bit further ahead.
Totally.
where just before Hassan went, she too vlogged her visit. Now I cannot say with
What
any
is going
certainty
on, man?
either one of them got paid to spread positive aspects about China, as I know so little about Pokemon, I didn't even notice she's not Valkyrie Ray or the Bernie Sanders OK Boomer girl. No knock on any of those insanely successful and wealthy women. I'm just making a point that I'm not an expert on the live streaming universe. But what I can say is, China is desperate to spread propaganda to
That's a
American
fact.
idiots. So why wouldn't they jump at the opportunity to utilize the most useful idiot in Hassan, who would probably do their bidding for free, where he claims he's paying to do this out of his own pocket.
We are spending a ton of money out of our pockets to be here, okay? Like, even if you were to consider this propaganda, like Tucker Carlson went to Russia to be like, it's awesome that they invaded Ukraine. I went to China and I was like, I really like high-speed rail, and I think America should also build it and infrastructure as well.
We want you to go to China. You're going to talk about infrastructure, daily life, and you're going to give some history about China.
As this wasn't the only time he highlighted their daily life, speaking positively about their horrendous history, and again fawned over a
Chinese
specific
history is
city's
kind of crazy.
infrastructure.
I'm be honest.
Centrally controlled economy and economic system that has yielded tremendous development. You have 1950s Soviet era building blocks next to the Gucci store.
I don't know which reality would be worse. If one of the most watched liberal Twitch streamers took a paid-for propaganda tour, didn't disclose it, but still hit specific talking points about...
Well, Gavin can't finish the high-speed rail because that's never where the money was going in the first place. That was going to his presidential campaign and to pay off all the other mayors and whatnot in California to do the bidding of the globalist agenda. Unfortunately. But it's like a high speed. I don't even know how that would work. Like the amount of money that would take is crazy. Maybe with like the tariff money, that could be a thing. But do I want to get taxed more so that we can have a high speed train to go from Washington to Wisconsin in 3 hours? I don't know. I don't think so. Sun Tzu and his predecessors and ancestors, Art of War is a good read. In America, it'd be too expensive and it isn't as realistic. No, it isn't, because we have our infrastructure never planned for that. Because we have, free enterprise. But China, everything is controlled by the state anyways. So it's so much easier for a completely controlled communist society to when they're the ones that sign off on all blueprints for all buildings and whatnot in the first place. It's a lot easier with that level of control to plan for something as massive and gargantuan as a high-speed rail. But in America, like, is it possible? Maybe. Is it worth it? Probably not, because our infrastructure wasn't planned around that. Like, it would have to, I don't know. I feel like it would have to cut through a lot of destruction would have to happen before the construction of it, if that makes sense.
Communist China to his naive and easily
Saying
deceived
this dude said bring
audience,
speed rails
or
here and
he's
it would
such a
never get
useful
done.
idiot.
It wouldn't because there's it wouldn't. Unless you did the high-speed rail just through the wilderness and you just went and just destroyed a whole bunch of ecosystems just for the sake of it, it wouldn't work. So yeah,
Needed
I agree.
China's bidding
I agree with that.
for free. It just reminds me of all those anti-ICE rioters destroying Los Angeles. Once the Trump administration started looking into who was paying these rioters, instantaneously, 99% of them disappeared, just leaving behind these idiots. Then here we see Hassan going on Chinese TV to sing their praises, allegedly for free. As sadly, when Hassan says
I can't
he's
stand
paying
this
for
guy.
this privilege, I actually believe him. Since he seems so desperate to recreate iShow Speed's success, he may have inadvertently
They'd go to
made
the lowest
propaganda
bidder and they'd
tapes,
waste time and
again
money.
proving
Exactly.
He's fading.
And even the way that construction contracts work in America is like the reason why a lot of stuff takes so long is because the longer that they lag, the more that they make. It's weird. I don't know. I feel like this contract should have a deadline. a reasonable deadline at the very least, or at least like, or you'll start to make less money if it takes way longer. But instead, it's just, let's just bleed this contract for as much as we can possibly get into a shitty job with a bunch of freaking illegal Hispanics doing it in the first place. It's crazy.
Into internet obscurity, as he's angry over his own controversies, making him ineligible for mainstream awards.
I know for a fact that I will never win another, like, you know, Streamer of the Year award for the rest of my life post October 7, 2023. Even though I'm the third most watched Twitch streamer in North America this year, I will never, ever for the rest of my life be invited to any of those.
Because you celebrate terrorism. You interview Houthi terrorists and say that America deserved 9/11. How are you going to bring that upon yourself and then say that Jewish people categorically are like some evil plagues to humanity, and then get butthurt because you're not going to be invited to the Streamer Awards? Who gives a shit? Who cares? Bro, I know it's easy to say this when I have no real traction in streaming and I only have a couple people watching me at once for right now. I know it's easy to say, oh, I wouldn't care, but I genuinely wouldn't. Even if I was somebody like Asmongold with 50,000 viewers across 2 platforms watching me. You're butthurt about the Streamer Awards? How boring is your life? How lame is your day-to-day to give a damn? But the thing is that, like, it's literally your fault. Why are you adversarial to American troops and the American government and the American military? And you're booty tickled because the Streamer Awards, oh no, jeez, guys. Oh, it's not fair, man. I'll never make it to the Streamer Awards. Shut up, pussy. Shut up. You hate America. You benefit off of everything that allows you to succeed in America, and then you go on stream, and then you go dick suck China, and then virtue signal about white people not wanting their homes bastardized by Islam, and then you call them racist. Shut your bitch ass up. Dead ass.
For institutions ever again.
As the U.S.
Tell
Senate
Chunk to raise his cousin Hicks.
Of Hassan Piker, a prominent left-wing streamer who has...
The shutdown did not halt any contractors from working. We were already paid because the contract was funded and it didn't stop work from getting done. That's good.
Suggested the assassination of Senator
glad.
Tom Cotton, and who has said, quote, of conservatives, those mother effers in the street, let the streets soak in their effing red capitalist blood. I could go on and on.
Hassan, you're literally...
laughs at his allegations over shocking his dog.
Like Hassan Piker, no electrocution of dogs here.
How disgusting is that? What does that tell you about a person?
Well, I think it tells you that they're not that they're bad people.
Yes.
If you can actually cause suffering to an innocent animal, you're probably the kind of person who doesn't worry about suffering in people as well.
To which he's now crashing out against his own audience.
I can't stand any of you dumb in this goddamn chat. Oh my fucking god, I hate the left. I hate liberalism. I hate everything that's going on every single day of the goddamn week. I hate my life. I hate streaming. I hate socialism.
Which snowballs and
I hate what?
Left. I hate liberalism. I hate everything that's going on every single day of the goddamn week. I hate my life. I hate streaming. I hate socialism.
Which snowball?
Then can you just shut up forever? Please, for the love of God, can you just stop? You never have to work again. You could just disappear. Your net worth is like $25 million. What? Then just shut up. If I had to go on stream and for the sake of my fake manufactured personality or persona on the internet And by being an inauthentic retard that has completely misrepresented who I truly am, just because I want these stupid liberals to like me and not think I'm a racist, and then like constantly have to keep up appearances of being this good, virtuous person that hates the border and hates America and is just some stupid communist. I would be miserable too. But you created this ecosystem for yourself. You've propagated all of this retarded ideology, and now you're crying saying you hate it. Just be quiet then. What are we talking about? Volunteer for a helicopter ride? Oh, jeez.
Into even more inappropriate anger towards his viewers.
You got to get some workouts in, man. You eat more than Austin Peas. Dude, I'm literally... all right, first of all, never do this. Just never do that, okay? If you're going to do that, okay?
As a comment about working out...
He banned the guy because he told him he's eating too much. He banned the nigga because he said he ate too much. How much of a pussy? It's...
Seems insignificant.
J-Jutsu. If you were like, hey, bro, your face is getting kind of big, bro. Are you locking in? You need to start cutting. I'd be like, haha, lol. Yeah, probably. I had too much cheesecake over Thanksgiving. Just never do. You're gonna block him? Are you kidding me? What a wheezy.
Until you realize he is obsessed with his image.
The boy looks handsome, no? Not bad. Who is that guy?
And honestly, I don't like the attacks on someone's appearance, as there's plenty to criticize about his character without shaming somebody's weight. But just like all the other things he's sensitive over, his overreactions ensure his chatters will attack him with it again. And at some point, Twitch will need to cut ties with him. It's kinda hard to sell premium Pepsi and Verizon ads between Twitch streamers screaming that their paying customers should end themselves. And if he's not this popular, ad-friendly liberal voice they can prop up on the front of award shows sponsored by AT&T, they'll stop letting it slide the next time he's calling for violence. As I recently started streaming on Twitch, and at this point, they have a pivotal decision in: do they continue to feed front page resources to extreme individuals, best case making thinly veiled threats towards other streamers on their site, worst case actually committing crimes?
This Nina Lynn, oh my gosh. This chick is unbelievable. It is unbelievable how much of a professional retard this bitch is.
And bragging about it? Or do they start to give new and emerging streamers a chance? Try to salvage Twitch's perceived image from the site that let a guy shop
Twitch is
his
cooked,
dog
bro.
and where girls teach you how to shoplift from stores, or the site that features regular guys like the Roach King, Gaming, and me. So if you appreciate my concise, light-hearted commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality,
I really like
subscribe
Decoy
to
Voice.
Decoy, as
He's
we-
at 1 million subscribers. Oh, that's awesome. I like this guy a lot. He's really cool. That's insane though. What a weenie. What a soft weasel. This dude's been regarded as conventionally attractive, yet he's this insecure. Even if you're chopped, bro. Bro, the second you let people know that what they're saying is getting to you, you have already lost. You're done. Such a weenie, man. Such a freaking weenie. Xenoverse 2 is still getting DLC. There's no way. That's crazy. I can't this retarded. Oh, bro, I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick of this dumb. Oh, I'm so sick of this dumb bitch, bro. I'm so sick of her. It was Erica Kirk who called for TPUSA to invite me. Sometimes freedom of speech, it gets us to places that we don't want it to get us to. Although it's probably my favorite aspect of this country, I wish there was a universe where just a few exceptions, I could just take it away from them. Twitch CEO is cooked. Oh yeah, Dan Clancy or whatever his name is, he's finished. She's selling true crime to middle-aged women. Yeah. To be fair, there's a hit on her. Really, there's a hit on her. Then why was she at Tucker Carlson's party, where everybody knew where she was? Why was she walking around Disney World? She's not scared to go to Turning Point because there's a hit on her life. She's scared to go to Turning Point because she knows that she's a retard that would immediately get her ass handed to her by people that will actually push back and give follow-up questions and address the allegations. That's why, because she knows that she would lose all of the credibility that she doesn't even have with her baseless, retarded accusations. There's been zero evidence there's a hit on her life. Zero. Tim Pool got swatted 12 times, he's talked about or so. And he just got his studio shot up last night. That's bananas. But on a lighter note, I'm also very curious of what the hell is going on with Elder Scrolls 6, because I really want to play Skyrim, but it's so dated and old, and I was so looking forward to Elder Scrolls 6, and the trailer came out in like 2018. I need to play the Outer Worlds 2. I do too. The first Outer Worlds was phenomenal, bro. I really, really liked it. I don't have the time, man. I work so much, and then I have to stream, and then I gotta turn like the streams into YouTube videos, and then I gotta record like my own like YouTube videos, and then I have to balance the gym and then the rant videos, and it's a lot. It's a lot. Anyways, let's see what's going on here. I'll teach you how to mod and you can update it. Okay, bet. Don't the mods like get ruined though with every new update? Don't you have to like reinstall all of them? Oh, that would be so exhausting.
You carry an aura of confusion and despair.
The Elder Scrolls 6 Hammerfall first trailer, Bethesda. Was this posted by? This wasn't even. I don't even know if this is real. You can tell it's fake by how good the character models look. Fake. The homeland of the Rogars is called Hammerfall. Oh, this isn't even real. Okay, then what the hell? That's lame.
Since the hovering view over fjord-like territories announced Skyrim's
he did give me what
follow-up
again,
at E3 2018, Bethesda has offered almost nothing concrete about the Elder Scrolls 6. No trailer, no confirmed setting, not even a pixel of concept
art. A lot of info we can go over later. You don't update automatically. Okay, bet.
Every modern-day RPG, their silence only intensifies the notion this game is forever out of reach. In the past few months, however, Todd Howard has been progressively opening up the curtain, offering tiny glimpses of Bethesda's internal mindset. And despite talking more about other projects, he's given something
shocking how dog
shit Elder Scrolls 6 is expected
Starfield
fans.
was.
In a recent interview with GQ magazine, he confirmed the game is still a long way off, but simultaneously revealed that Bethesda recently conducted a big playtest. It's the most substantial update in years, enough to confirm the project is still alive, but not enough to suggest it's even close to being shown publicly. Todd likely doesn't mean to be contradictory. His words define the Elder Scrolls 6's story so far, hopeful yet cautious. One thing is clear though, he's telling fans not to expect too much. Bethesda's personnel, he confirms, is working on Fallout, specifically 76's Burning Springs expansion, plus some other things, likely meaning Starfield's 2026 content drop, although their remake rumors would—
Ooh, nobody cares about Starfield, bro. Just accept your L and move on.
It's nebulous, but the Elder Scrolls 6, at least, he describes as the everyday thing.
You, the one I've heard so much about.
So, despite numerous projects in the pipeline, he implies—
Nah. Something else. The Game Awards, Desert Statue, Elder Scrolls Theory. Possible Elder Scrolls 6 release window. No. There was a video. I should have just saved it. Ackman. Here we go.
Is still a long way off, says
That's
Todd
you. I always
Howard
forget
over
about that
7 years
guy.
after announcement.
Waiting for a particular mod team to finish a mod overhaul for Starfield. I got to New Game Plus 2, then realized I'd already done all the content. And why was I worrying about a universe when I was just going to jump to a new one? Oh, man. I did not... Bro, Starfield was just so... Oh, jeez. Like, the first couple hours, I was intrigued. And then I think when I finally got to be able to, like, travel freely, just full-blown into the free roam, the more planets that I went to, I was like, every single one of these looks exactly the same with the most boring NPCs, and there's nothing to do with these procedurally generated dungeons that are all copy and paste of the exact same ambiance and the same materials. And then I was like, wow, I've been in this game for 30 hours and I have never been this bored at all. And then I didn't know what the word jettison meant, and I was in a cave on some planet for like 3 hours exploring. I got so many materials that I had, like, my character couldn't, I was at max carrying capacity. So I had to spend 14 real life minutes walking back to my ship. And then when I went to put it in the ship storage, I didn't have enough ship storage. So it said jettison. I didn't even know what jettison meant. And then everything that I had just gotten over the last 3-4 hours I was on this planet exploring and collecting materials, I shit it out into the ether in space, and I said fuck this game, and I uninstalled. So over it. I should have looked up what jettison meant. I just pressed it because it was the only option other than cancel or leave, and it was just whatever. CGM87. Hey, what's good, brother? This has been a pretty eventful stream. We've talked about a lot of stuff. We're on to more lighthearted gaming stuff now, but I'll probably turn this into some YouTube videos. If you do have any interest to watch this stream over, talked about a lot of stuff. Ilhan Omar, Somalians, Trump not doing what he needs to do to stop the invasion. Yeah. But yeah, I'm very concerned about Elder Scrolls 6 because I really want to. I really want
What other Elder Scrolls 6 news
play a
there
massive
is.
fantasy
Elder
RPG.
Scrolls 6 is a long way off. Might not launch until next generation of consoles. Well, that's kind of sad, but January 7th, 2019, November 10th, 2025. Something's not right here. Where on God's green earth is Elder Scrolls 6? That's the question we're going to be asking today, and I don't think we're going to be receiving any real answers. We haven't since the game
Scaling
was
it down
announced.
drastically?
There are many
Yeah, they should
theories
have.
as to why Bethesda revealed this iconic shot of a mountain and nothing else at the time. After 7 years of Skyrim, fans had kind of gotten the impression that Bethesda was abandoning its mainline Elder Scrolls fantasy RPG franchise. And so Todd said, all right, let's just tell them we're working on it, throw up a mountain or something, and we'll go from there. It has been 7 years since then. And with the release of Skyrim, today is 11/11/11. So Skyrim released 14 years ago when I was 17. That's crazy to think about. The
wow.
amount of time it's been
That's
since
nuts.
that reveal trailer is the exact amount of time
The new
it's been
vetting center
since
announced? I don't know what
Skyrim
that is.
released. So the last 14 years of the main Elder Scrolls series has consisted of one 30-second trailer.
Like you can't do that to people though. When you know, like, there hasn't been anything new as far as a single player Fallout experience since Fallout 4, which that game is like, didn't that game came out like the same year as like Assassin's Creed Odyssey? What was it, like 2018, 2019, something like that? When was Fallout 4? Fallout 4 was 2016? That's crazy. So it's been 9 years since you've had a new freaking Fallout single player game. You release some update that sucks ass and people can't even play it. You released a massive shitterlang of Starfield that nobody cared about, that is universally looked at as a disappointment. I'm sure a lot of people did enjoy it, but it's not a generational game. It's just some boring RPG to go waste a bunch of time in. It's uninteresting. It's generic. Nothing is unique about it. The art style is too based in reality. And everybody wants Elder Scrolls. Everybody wants Skyrim. The crazy thing is they have re-released Skyrim like 7 different times with 7 different editions on all these different platforms. And the new definitive remastered edition of Sky. Just make a follow-up, man. And then you released a teaser trailer 7 years ago, and it's crickets. Bethesda's done, bro. I honestly feel like people are going to just not care anymore. I think the longer that they keep mistreating their audience and, prioritizing like making sure the store is up and running in Fallout 76 instead of the actual systems and mechanics of the video game itself, like the longer retarded things like that happen, I really you can't just abuse the goodwill of the public forever. At some point, people are going to get fed up.
Each side separated by 7 years. It's fucking hilarious to kind of think about. Now, to be fair, this was a very cool reveal. A little teaser. Just the fog and the logo and the music building up. And, well, goddamn. If that mountain range doesn't look... And look at the castle there. You could see a city far off on the water, what looks like a bridge. And that's it. And that's all you get. That's all we've had. Happy 7 years, everyone.
That's crazy.
I still think Bethesda wants us to mod this trailer into a playable game. Another few years and Bethesda will release a special edition of this trailer. It is kind of a meme. Okay, so
Helldivers has 54K? Damn, is that just on Steam?
Todd Howard recently gave an interview to GQ in which he brings up the 10 years of Fallout 4. So not even Fallout fans, well, they have the TV show. I was going to say Fallout fans might not be eating so good, but that New Vegas trailer for Season 2 looks fucking sick. In any case, I think this highlights a pretty important point that, Bethesda is really focused, Starfield just did not hit the way Elder Scrolls and Fallout have. And so it really does feel like all they've done is push Elder Scrolls into the MMO direction, right? That's the whole part of the franchise that's getting loved.
No, literally nobody cares
one of the best-selling games of all time. So naturally,
ESO.
You would think, well, let's make more of them. Now, as easy as it is to kind
it's
of clown
so
on
dated.
Bethesda and make fun of this ridiculous time between releases, that is somewhat the industry standard. Doesn't make it acceptable, but look at GTA 6.
New Vegas is a goat, and Bethesda gonna shit on it.
And then you think about games like Cyberpunk.
What's his name? The creator of Fallout, I don't know if you saw, but the creator of Fallout is actually working full-time at Obsidian now. And he has a YouTube channel, I'm sure you probably know, but he said he's working on a new title, and I don't know if he's the game director or what role that he has in it, but he pretty much said that people would never guess it. Which, I mean, that's very misleading. I'm sure everything's under NDA. If it was New Vegas 2, of course you can't say anything like that. But it's either going to be a follow-up or it's going to be just a brand new IP. But I'm intrigued because I've never played. I couldn't get into Fallout 4. I was like, God, this is boring. It did not intrigue me. But everything I've heard, I've listened to, like, at my old job when I used to work with the post office. I would just be in the car for 5 hours, and I listened to like so many what do you call it? Like video essays, and I watched a handful of them on Fallout New Vegas, and man, that game sounds badass. And I downloaded it on Steam. I bought it actually, and I was gonna play it, but I couldn't. Like it's like just the raw file of Fallout New Vegas on Steam, it just would not work with my computer. I don't know what the hell was going on.
They try to be super ambitious, but then they launch and, well, it takes
Obsidian
years
working
to
on a
fix
lot.
that clusterfuck. So
it seems like
there's
it.
a lot of reasons why games are taking so much longer to develop. It is kind of concerning to see this in the industry and how, like, he kind of says it right here. We needed a creative reset. It seems like a lot of companies and game developers are in the creative reset mode. Call of Duty, Halo, Battlefield. So this article starts off, Todd Howard wants you to know something straight off the bat. The Elder Scrolls 6 is, quote, still a long way off. The game's director is sitting in his home office in Rockville, Maryland, flanked by shelves decorated with game and movie memorabilia. I'm preaching patience, he tells me. I don't want fans to feel anxious.
Okay, then don't give false timelines to people that have been waiting for a follow-up to Skyrim since like 2014. Like, I feel like 3 years after a massive video game release that is universally loved, I feel like after 3 years they're like, okay, is the next one coming out anytime soon? Brother, it's been 14 years and you're talking about some patience, some don't feel anxious. Your teaser trailer was 7 years ago. Have you done nothing? Have you just sat on your ass working on this dumpster fire of Starfield this entire time? Why were you like an executive producer on the Indiana Jones game? Like, yeah, the game was all right, but nobody gives a shit about your involvement in Indiana Jones. They want Elder Scrolls, brother. They want what put you on the map.
I can understand this because there is such a thing as Valve.
Peter Molyneux.
It's ready when it's ready. And we'd rather have, like, a rushed game is forever bad.
You need files to get it to work. I was about to start a new permadeath run, but it's CTD'd on start. So apparently I need to get it to work, getting New Vegas working in Windows 11. And I'm on Windows 11 too. That must be what it is. It's weird that Steam has, like, even Max Payne, like the first one. I tried to play that game on my computer and Lord knows what happened. That was crazy. It's so hit and miss with computers are so finicky. It's like some stuff you just have to play on console. I mean, I don't want to play New Vegas on console because I would have downloaded all the freaking mods to it. James Bond game looks promising. It looks you know what it looks? It looks scripted. I'm intrigued, but it looks very, very scripted.
Shigeru Miyamoto. Similarly, I'm
if
not
it's
just
good,
going
I'll
to
play
shit
it
out
though.
a Red Dead 2 review that's like that doesn't live up to the hype. So I get it. There's like expectations, and the longer you make people wait, the higher expectations get. This is kind of why I believe Valve never released a Half-Life 3. Is it just kind of ballooned
The GOAT,
in concept,
Gavin,
and it became so much of
love
a,
that man.
Meme that whatever Half-Life 3 could end up being or would have ended up being might have been disappointing. And I guess we'll see for Elder Scrolls 6. Rather than Skyrim's long-awaited sequel, Todd is here to talk about Fallout 4. Yes. A new game, please, I would like. Also, I don't know how you guys feel. This is just my personal impression of Fallout 4. I do not like the changes they made to, like, dialogue options, and for that reason alone, I've never played Fallout 4. I don't like playing a Fallout game where my character talks. I like to immerse myself in that role. And also, I really don't like the way
The Fallout 4
dialogue
character
is that a hot take? That might be a hot
I'm gonna stop playing Arc Raiders or Power Wash
Well,
Simulator
you talked
2.
about how it made $750
I heard Arc
million
Raiders
in its
is
first
really
24
good. I
hours
haven't
on
played it
sale.
yet.
So I mean, I might just be in the
the only video game I've been playing is Where Winds Meet. That game is crazy.
Minority. Maybe people love Fallout 4. We've had over 12 million players in the last year. It's a game that changed much of how the team at Bethesda Game Studios works. And its popularity spawned the Jonathan Nolan-helmed TV adaptation. So perhaps that says something about the time and place Bethesda was in when they released
Do I rage at games a lot?
I mean,
not really. If I'm not having fun, I'll just get off.
In a day, that's... You might stick with that IP and franchise, because that's fucking crazy.
Have I ever played an extraction shooter?
He says right here, it's a game...
I played Payday, the first one. Is that an extraction shooter? That one was all right.
That changed much of how the team at Bethesda Game Studios works. So I can't really blame them for pursuing this Fallout direction. Like, I mean, a Skyrim TV show or an Oblivion TV show would be pretty cool. We did get an Oblivion remaster, so it's not like they've completely abandoned Elder Scrolls, but man, like, where is it, Todd? It just feels like it's been so goddamn long. You know, you gotta take care of all your children, right? You gotta give each one attention. When asked what they've been working on,
they just neglected Elder Scrolls,
man.
Man.
On Fallout right now with 76 and some other things we're doing, but the Elder Scrolls 6 is the everyday thing. How does it feel to be making the Elder Scrolls games again? I do like to have a break between them where it isn't like a +1 sequel. I think it's also good for an audience to have a break. The Elder Scrolls has been too long, let's be clear. But we want to do something new with Starfield. We needed a creative reset.
No, Todd, you wanted Starfield. You were talking about doing Starfield or a massive space RPG 20 years ago. This was your brainchild that you then forced Bethesda to work on, and it was a disappointment. Just own it and do better with your next release. Talking about the team needed this. No, don't obfuscate your situation to nameless developers. No, that was what you wanted to do, Todd. PvEVP, time game session where you can go in with a loadout you put together, and if you extract, you keep your stuff. If you don't, you lose your loadout with everything else. Damn. DMZ mode in COD, Dark and Darker, Medieval Fantasy Extraction. Medieval Fantasy Extraction? Is it good? Is it good? Because I love fantasy. I've heard of Dark and Darker before.
Especially like its shipbuilding. But I do not want to see the problems in Starfield replicate.
Why it died? Oh, GG's.
The Elder Scrolls 6 is still a long sale. So, I mean, I might just be in the minority. Maybe people love Fallout 4. Or, I mean, you make $750 million in a day. That's... You might stick with that IP and franchise.
That's crazy.
That's fucking crazy. But, I mean, he says right here, it's a game that changed
very
much of how the
PvP heavy.
Bethesda Game Studios works. So, I can't really blame them for pursuing this Fallout direction. Like, I mean, a Skyrim TV show or an Oblivion TV show would be pretty cool. We did get an Oblivion remaster, so it's not like they've completely abandoned Elder Scrolls, but man, like, where is it, Todd?
It's free to play too?
Feels like it's been so goddamn long. You know, you gotta take care of all your children, right? You gotta give each one attention. When asked what they've been working on, Todd says, we have hundreds of people on Fallout right now with 76 and some other things we're doing, but the Elder Scrolls 6 is the everyday thing.
It's in early access.
How does it feel to be making the Elder Scrolls games again? I do like to have a break between them where it isn't like a +1 sequel. I think it's also good for an audience to have a break. The Elder Scrolls has been too long, let's be clear. But we want to do something new with Starfield. We needed a creative reset.
Is it controller friendly?
Some things that Starfield did, especially like its shipbuilding. But I do not want to see the problems in Starfield.
I only play on controller.
In a new Elder Scrolls game, right? I want handmade dungeons. I want to be able to actually see my map if I'm going to explore. And I can also respect the idea that you don't just want to sell out the Elder Scrolls IP. Skyrim was a super big deal, and it's important to...
Wait a second. Is this a hose mad situation? Very hard but fun. Save your money. It doesn't get any better. Game is so inconsistent. Zero balance. It's worse than Vegas. Devs are bad. Ruin everything they touch. Free and really good. Played it when it first came out. Just full of streamers who camped to just jump players. Deleted it. Heard they added PvE, jumped back in, had an absolute blast. They removed it, deleted the game. Good job on that one, I guess. They added adventure mode back. Cool. Game was really good about a year ago. I was super addicted to the loved mechanics, but the devs ruined the game by making stupid updated and nerfing things and adding features that made no sense, ruining the player base in the game itself. Also, the devs are just money hungry because they know their game is dying due to their bad updates. Honestly, just revert everything back and you will probably go back to its prime. Yikes. Tried it a year and a half ago for 45 minutes, did not like it. Combat was sluggish, gameplay boring, not my cup of tea. What made me revisit this title on Steam stores today while cleaning my computer software, not with a brush, I spotted... Okay, I don't care. Despite the controversy or mixed reception, it's genuinely fun. The blend of dungeon crawling, tense extraction mechanics, and gritty fantasy makes each run thrilling. Maybe. The game's so trash, the player base is so small, more people need to play it. Iron Mace, pick up the pace, gets... Huh. Maybe I'll watch a look at a video after this about it.
And that of Oblivion, Morrowind, Daggerfall, and Arena.
What the hell is ganking? Have you heard of that term before?
What?
Ganking?
What is it?
Ganking?
Yeah, gank.
What the hell is that?
Like you scoop somebody? Like
You do what?
Like you scoop somebody? In Smite, it means like when you gank, you like pull them towards you.
I've never heard that term in my life. That's crazy.
I don't know. In some ways, it's better that I would prefer a franchise not release a bunch of bad video games, right? Imagine if Elder Scrolls just turned into like a yearly annual franchise like Assassin's Creed or something. It would kind of destroy the magic. But the rest of this interview is mostly about Fallout, and who can blame him? But I guess I appreciate at least the acknowledgement. Because we're not crazy.
Or ambush. Okay.
Right? Apart from that, news on Elder Scrolls 6 has been very, very few and far between. They did confirm
I'm staying off X because if I see one more person defending drug smugglers over our president, I'm going to get... Bro, we live in a world with so much cognitive dissonance that there are people that would rather side with a drug cartel flooding the country with drugs than the president and the Department of War secretary for blowing them up. It's like these people have no idea how the world works, and they live in this echo chamber of complete safety. And they see the US government as a bully. You know what I think it also is? I think we're so used to having presidents that effectively did absolutely nothing except for Obama, which is just import infinity brown people and institute like the Smith-Mundt Act for the government or the media to be able to propagandize the American public and like do gay, like there's so much like stockpiled time of people being used to the president not doing shit. Like literally just keeping the peace and essentially life staying pretty much the same. So now when you have a president that genuinely does things and he's making moves and he's stopping our country from getting taken advantage of, these people have been brainwashed to hate their country for whatever reason, and they categorize authority as like beating up on some innocent brown person. They think it's racist to have a border. So like they don't realize that these Venezuelan like pieces of garbage that come in these drug submarines are bringing over laced drugs with fentanyl to get American citizens addicted to it and to start selling it, distributing it to children. It's like, do you just... not everybody should be allowed to have an opinion. I really don't think so. It's crazy. How in the world do you hate Trump so much that you would rather have fentanyl-laced cocaine being distributed at high schools? It's so insane. Oh, what's up, Jalen? Lol. They think Islam is a race. They're not sending their... calling you racist for being against a religious ideology that is baked into politics and the way that the society is ran, and not wanting that in your country means you're a racist. It's, bro, we have to get rid of democracy. If 60% of people that are able to vote got removed from being able to vote, I think overnight we would have a much more successful nation. It is crazy. If Trump cured cancer, they call it junk science. And that's what frustrates me about Trump, because we know how retarded these people are. If Trump just acted, if he accepted the role as the villain, because they're never going to be charitable to him, they're never going to be fair, they're never going to be honest. All they're going to do is lie, obfuscate, misrepresent, and virtue signal. And then call him Hitler. And then propagandize people to feel justified in murdering him. So, like, literally, just be the villain. What nigga? Who is you? What? Oh, no. You outside your damn mind. Oh, hold on. Oh, no, twin. Nah, twin. Hold on. Welcome to Bandland, my nigga. How you ban niggas on Kick? Oh, there you go. Welcome to Bandland, my nigga. Get that ass banned. Full wrong with you in here spamming that shit. You out of your mind, retard? Full wrong with him. Well, you crazy. Where's the thingy at? There we go. Hot mess. The Afghans coming in like the douche in DC are Trojan horses. Are they Trojan horses? Getting the blonde communist Jezebel Abigail scam bummer next year and J2 Bullets Jones? Who is Abigail? I know. Oh no, I think that was the chick from Washington State that like lives with her parents and she's 40 years old and she's some retarded communist. Is that her? Oh, in the Kick chat, some dude started spamming that my stream sucks and to watch him, and he spammed the same message like 18 times, so I had to pull it up and ban him.
Skyrim Grandma would be an Elder Scrolls 6. I don't know if that's still in the books because it's been so long. And that's kind of the other thing, right? When you go so long waiting on something, do you even know what it is you're waiting on? What I mean by that is, think of that mountain we saw. Is Elder Scrolls 6 even going to look like this? Did they already have a role for Skyrim Grandma planned? If so, did they already record dialogue or whatever? Still, that is pretty cool. And then when Xbox acquired Bethesda...
Big mistake. I'm so mad that happened. Consolidation in games media will always result in something bad. And that is exactly what has happened. And Xbox doesn't even have an identity anymore as a brand. They are just pretty much abandoning hardware. Or not abandoning hardware. They're abandoning brand sovereignty because they're going completely multi-platform. And there's no reason to own an Xbox console anymore. Game Pass on PC is literally cheaper. There are no exclusives anymore. It's just a box with an Xbox logo on it with the smallest library of games aside from the Switch.
I believe
it's crazy.
Phil Spencer said that they'd be making
Congresswoman and super left CIA agent, probably
exclusive. That was 4 years.
Apparently, the Afghan that murdered that National Guard girl who was like 22 years old, volunteering. Apparently, that dude had CIA ties as well. I don't know what's going on with this country, bro.
I don't know.
I really don't. But I'm so frustrated that Trump just won't go full villain, just go full dictator, psychopath. And at the beginning of the stream, I watched Donald Trump have a speech where he said that Ilhan Omar should be kicked out of the country, and her and all of her other Somalian cronies should not be allowed to be in Congress. Brother, arrest her ass. Literally arrest. You're saying that she shouldn't be in the country and she should get deported. You're the only person with the power to do that. The fastest. Denaturalize this retard. What do you mean she shouldn't be able to do something about it? It's crazy. It's like Trump has cucked to the mob almost. Like, they are never going to be fair to you. Just be the villain. I don't get it. Jay Jones said he wanted Republicans to die, and if he had 2 bullets between him, Pol Pot, and Hitler, the Republican gets 2 bullets every time, and the VIFers voted for him still. That was so insane. I know exactly what you're talking about. That I did see in great detail. And it's rhetoric like that, and it's things like that getting exposed that truly show you the depravity of the left. And I think that the true lefties with this woke mind virus are so exceedingly unpopular. I do believe that they're cheating. I think they largely are cheating. Because there's no normal, reasonable person that has not been infected by this satanic socialist agenda of just categorically hating your country and then wanting to just give all of your resources to a bunch of brown people that also hate the country. Why does anybody sign up for that? We don't have to live like this. And think about this. We are watching our country crumble at its knees right now because we cannot tell mentally ill communists to shut their fucking mouths. He should. He should be in a supermax prison. It's how do you say something like that? How do you say that you want to murder? This is, bro, the left is so retarded, and nobody should take these idiots seriously for a second. They're the most disingenuous bad actors in all of political media. How do you say, I would happily kill the offspring of my political adversaries, and then you have the audacity to call them fascists? It is the most retarded, brain-dead shit. They have no leg to stand on. So all they do is lie and name call and misrepresent everything about their adversaries. That is it. It's pathetic. Trump just needs to go full dictator on them. Do everything in your legal authority to denaturalize these people. I don't care what they call you. And my only hope, my only true wish is that Trump knows that they will either actually take him out or they will do something crazy to stop him from doing what has to be done. And it's grasping at straws, and I don't think this is probable, but the only hope that I can hang on to is that in some way Trump is just waiting out his term so that he can go full freaking full psycho on the left and straight up mass deport, denaturalize, arrest, jail, and just ruin these people's lives. And I really hope that he will do that, maybe the end of his term or close to it. That's it. But aside from that, man, crazy. Right now, wish I had a pizza. I feel that. They're extremely unserious people in Zoran communist jihadists. It was funny though when Trump gave him permission to call him a fascist, and he stood there like a little good boy. That was funny, but still.
Console exclusivity,
it's very frustrating
entirely at this point. So is that also still up in the air? Yeah, here's another article. In May of 2020, Elder Scrolls 6 news and details are still years away. Now I get wanting to work on something completely different and being burned.
The Act Man's schnoz. Holy. Wow, that brother has a schnoz, don't he? Oh my gosh, look at that sniffer on him.
Out and trying to go
Holy.
for a new creative direction. And so I hope Starfield was that sort of creative reset that Bethesda needed. I feel like there's still so many unanswered questions about Elder Scrolls 6. Like, are they going to learn the right lessons from Fallout 4 and Skyrim? Because I don't really like how Fallout 4 and Skyrim kind of shifted away from those more traditional RPG features. They kind of pushed a bit more to being like an action-adventure game, if that makes sense. At least with the game mechanics. I'm kind of just rambling this video, huh? But I don't know. Maybe like this video, Elder Scrolls 6 is just kind of a incoherent mess. Oh yeah, here you go. Sorry, PlayStation owners. Elder Scrolls 6 will be an Xbox PC exclusive.
Yeah, right.
If it ever comes out, that is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Not anymore. After they go full-blown publisher.
See how much stuff can change over the years? One has to wonder if the creation engine that Bethesda has been using for all these years, if they've been like retooling that to accommodate a more ambitious Elder Scrolls 6. As Halo Infinite showed us, if you're gonna retool or rework your engine that the game is gonna be built off of, well, you want to have a
I
pretty
feel like a
solid
permadeath run
foundation,
would drive me
I'm
insane.
no game developer, but I do believe retooling your engines takes a long time. So maybe that's what they've been doing. Todd did say that it's an everyday thing, so I guess we'll just keep waiting. That's all we can do is just keep waiting. So yeah, where is Elder Scrolls 6? Well, they don't even know, so neither do I. But if I were to hazard a guess, I think yes, they realized, oh shit, it's been 7 years. Let's put up a
You're a
mountain and show that
masochist
to
with
them,
games? That's
and
crazy.
show them that we're still
I'm a masochist at the
prioritizing
gym.
the main Elder
So
Scrolls
usually when I
series.
play
And
games,
then
I
they
want to have
just
fun,
lost
man.
track of
I
time,
do. I don't
because
like
time
being
keeps
stressed
on
out
slipping,
playing
slipping,
games.
slipping
That's
into
why
the
I don't play
future.
any.
That would be my best guess.
I don't play horror
really think it's
games really.
anything
I played the
malicious,
Dead
at least
Space
I have
remake,
no
but that was pretty much
reason
it.
to think that. But I could
I'm
definitely
not the
see how the
biggest-
pressure and
I'm not the biggest,
amount of time it's been
horror guy.
that fans have been waiting would add like a new layer of stress on top of this project.
Black Myth
In any
Wukong, though?
case, I
Oh
think
my
it is
gosh.
wildly impressive that we are going
Everything
get
about
a
that game I
GTA
love,
6
except for the
before
upper
an Elder
pagoda on
Scrolls
Chapter 3.
6. That to me is
Aside
too
from
funny.
that,
But
it's the
actually,
best
we don't
game
even
ever
know
made.
that. Who
My
knows? Who
favorite
knows if
game
it-
of all time is Black Myth Wukong. I enjoyed that game like to a degree that's unnecessary. Send you a funny AF Chris Planty video for sure, bro.
We have another delay in the works for GTA. Not trying to jinx anything. What do you think about all of this? I just it's been 14
I
years
just
since
don't care
Skyrim,
about GTA
and I found
6.
some old footage of me at the midnight release, and it felt right to talk about Skyrim and
I just
Elder
don't.
Scrolls again. But it's hard to even comment on what like the game might be or what it might look like, because we've heard so little about how they're designing it or the story or anything. But let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below.
So essentially, no one knows. The gun was jumped so bad, the original announcement is now longer than the entirety of World War II. That is hilarious. Oh my gosh. Since the trailer dropped, I graduated high school, went to college, got a good job, had a kid. I just got married, and now I'm closing on a house soon. That is that's funny too. Since what's happened since 2018? Since 2018, I graduated high school, got engaged, that got cheated on, ended that relationship, had 3 or 4 jobs since then, and became a social commentary account on Instagram. And now I'm streaming. A lot of stuff's happened since 2018, bro. A lot. I won a powerlifting competition, competed at nationals. It's crazy. Like when you think about, because we carry the experiences that we have in certain video games with us forever. And when you think about like just how time never stops moving for anybody, and life just keeps going on, and you're just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for a follow-up to your favorite series, and it's like, bro, I don't even care anymore. Like I'm 20 It's like, bro, like I'm 26. Like I just like, yeah, I don't know, man. It's sad. It's very disappointing. It really is. Was there anything else I wanted to look at? Let's see if Critical Drinker has uploaded anything.
You know, we often.
This guy's hilarious. Production Hell Cats. Stranger Things Season 5, the last real TV event. Okay.
You know, we often talk the.
Ooh, what was that other person? Hold on. Gotta find it. Legendary drops? Question mark. Family, 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 family. This game shouldn't be possible. Oh, where wins me? Lol. No. Let's see if there's anything on the homepage that excites me. I'm curious. Oh, get that out the yamins. Night bosses reactions. What is? Oh, they're playing Elden Ring. Oh, nar. Oh, what's going on with Bethesda? That's a great question.
With Bethesda right
That's
now?
a phenomenal
Fallout 4's anniversary update has been a resounding disaster, but somehow it got even worse. This past week was also meant to be
Got out the army, got fat, moved to a new state, lost weight again, fell off the gym, got back on, streamed for a bit, and now I don't even make memes anymore. Oh, I'm crying. Kind of corny, but still makes me laugh. I'll pull this up real fast.
I was minding my own business, thinking, look, it's Thanksgiving. The Thanksgiving dinner table should be Switzerland. So I avoid the politics of it all. But it turned out that I had stepped through the looking glass, and I was in the Huffington Post. And the Mad Hatter was wearing Gucci loafers. Just to give you an example of what happened. A woman that I had never met before. This woman, like Lawrence Harvey in the movie The Manchurian Candidate, has apparently been pre-programmed, been brainwashed to respond to certain visual cues with certain responses.
Oh, that's nice.
And she saw red wine on the table, and this reminded her of a story. Did you know that Richard Nixon at dinner parties would serve himself high-quality wine and serve a lower-quality wine to his dinner guests? And the person to her right, also a lib.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, so, it's a person of high moral character there. And, of course, you know what I thought. I thought to myself, but I chose not to say it. Yeah, whenever I see mayonnaise on a table or aioli or dressing on a salad, I always think of Bill Clinton and the White House internship program. But that certainly doesn't speak to his character. At least he didn't hoard the good wine for himself, because that would demonstrate a person of low moral character.
I'm not gonna lie, that one didn't hit for me, OG. I'm not gonna lie. We might just have different humors.
Biggest update ever, but this too launched into problems. And even when it comes to some of Bethesda's other games like Starfield
Look at how butt this looks, bro.
or Oblivion Remastered, there isn't much positive to talk about on those fronts either. Although amidst all of this, we might have just gotten a big clarification on the Elder Scrolls 6 release timing because, yeah, it's still very far away. Fallout 4's Anniversary Edition has been a disaster, but what actually triggered me to make this video is how many other things seem to be going wrong or just not that
It seems like what my purview on Bethesda is that they're an old established studio that has been using the same engine for their entire professional careers, and they're either too afraid or too stuck in their ways to switch to go to Unreal 5 or something. And they constantly have so many problems and issues and technical bugs. I mean, to their credit, Starfield was not that buggy for me. I only played it for 30 hours, but it seems like the track record of constantly having dumpster fires with webs of coding in your video games is just, the creation engine is just not working. You have to at some point pack it up and learn something new. You have to adapt. It's a perfectly good engine with no issues. Oh, but yeah, for sure. For sure, man.
Great as well. And even when it comes to Fallout 4's Anniversary Edition, it's even worse than you probably realize. Like, yeah, sure, Fallout 4 got an update, it launched, and subsequently broke
Did he have
a bunch of your deals.
Did bro have a license plate on his dongy
even
yongy?
made some of your save games unplayable, assuming the mod menu even worked in the first place. Oh yeah, and if you actually bought the new bundle, it wasn't always activating. But as I just covered in a video from a few days ago, some of the stuff in this Creations
I
bundle
won Maul's
doesn't
gun
even work
Serenity
properly,
for
assuming you
Starfield.
actually
I'm not
get
sure
it
what that is.
activated. Like, yeah, once
I
again,
do want to play the Outer Worlds 2, man. I really like that game. I gotta get some time.
Cool new bunker
I'm just so
firewall.
addicted to where
Sorry,
winds
Bethesda
meet.
forgot to allow you to fast travel out of it. Yeah, no fast traveling out of your player home. And oh yeah, also no building in the center of your player home, and all the doors are named test cell. Not exactly the most homely feeling, but this is the premium paid mod experience we're starting to get used to. And even on the DLC side, despite multiple patches reportedly fixing some of these ongoing DLC issues, tons of PlayStation players still cannot utilize their purchased Fallout 4 DLC. All this worked a month ago. This was all broken with the most recent update to the game. But all this hardship might be worth it, because the real big update is coming. Bethesda's adding 100 gigabytes of mod space on consoles, at least on Xbox to start.
You can
which
mod on
potentially means
consoles? That's
way
cool, I
larger
guess.
mod
Does it
loaders,
work?
Way more mods that you can use at once, but also tons of additional mods coming out on consoles. That extra space means even more stuff can be released. Although if you are getting excited for this, make sure you back up your load order. Your load order will be getting wiped with this update if you don't back it up. But as excited as I see people getting for
Wiped
this
with the
mod
update,
space
that would
upgrade,
drive me
I also see
insane,
tons
man.
of concern. Because yeah, at this point, how
It's
do you
smoother than
trust
PC,
one
but
of these updates
you
to
can't get
release
as much as you
successfully?
get on
The most
PC?
recent
I
patch
bet.
1 update accidentally swapped the save game location, so they had to quickly hotfix things, as many players just found all of their saves missing.
I would pay a monthly or an annual subscription for, if there was a company that came out and was like, this might be a good business venture for you, Mr. Whiskey Man. If you were able to create a third-party PC modding website where all of the file extracting was done for you and it was seamless. Because what's the one mod thing that I tried to use before? Game mod website. What the frick was it called? Nexus. So instead of Nexus mods where you have to manually like extract the zip files and take this from this folder into this one and then put them all into one and then put it back into a zip file and then somehow and then get it back into the original game file. Instead of doing all that shit, if you could just have something that does it for you and you don't have to think about it. If you're not computer savvy, it doesn't matter. You download the game from Steam. It like if it reads your library and then it just gives you just a database of mods to where you just drag and drop them into the game and they just work, bro. I would pay like $40 a month for if I could do that. I would. That's the mod manager, Wabbajack. What the hell? Extracts it and does it for you now? Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that. To be fair, I'm not tapped in with the PC modding scene because I tried it and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a retard. This is not for me. Explaining everything I was going to talk. Okay. Well, then I might have to do me a little Skyrim run. You feel me? Wabbajack has pre-made mod lists. Okay, bet. If I could do something like that, I would absolutely play Fallout New Vegas and Skyrim because those are two experiences I would love to have in my gaming
The Anniversary Edition patch broke DLC and mods. They had to hotfix it a week later, and they also finally fixed that stutter issue that was added by the next-gen patch from last year. And oh yeah, do you know
that's what happened to
the
me
stutter issue that plagued the
on
game
my
for the
YouTube channel? On my YouTube channel, I have a what do you call it? I made one Fallout 4 video, and that stuttering kept happening. I don't know if I complained about it in the video, but man, it was annoying.
Half of 2 years was actually resolved. They just undid the changes. It's not like there was some huge technical workaround. No, they just undid what they added in last year to cause the problem in the first place. Pretty unfortunate if you weren't able to play the game.
This happened to me too.
Some of these problems. And even on the Fallout 76 side, there has been a consistent problem with broken updates or servers. This week was the release of Burning Springs, Fallout 76's supposed biggest update ever. Even larger than Wastelanders, it was claimed. This should have been a really big moment for the game, but instead, the servers experienced an extended period of downtime and it just didn't really work. If you could get into the game, things were going to be super unstable during this time, but most players weren't able to get into the game at all. So now all of a sudden, as you have a bunch of YouTubers or other media outlets posting their content around a huge new update, it's really defined by some of these server and login problems.
Burning
because
Springs.
Throughout this launch, Fallout 76 has been up and down for maintenance, and now things do seem to be largely
I remember when
resolved,
Fallout
but
76 dropped,
later,
and everybody
took a
was
full
like,
day
wow,
for things
this
to
sucks
really get
so
fixed.
much balls.
Not a great way to launch your biggest update ever. And at this point, it's a trend. Fallout 76 updates have had critical issues like this in the past, even despite the game featuring a public test server to avoid all of this.
You can auto-aim on the head?
Earlier had an issue where some of the enemy bodies would despawn or not spawn in the first place, meaning you couldn't loot
That's
the
kind of cool, I
enemies
guess.
in a game that's heavily focused on looting. There are likely tons of Bethesda devs working way too many hours to fix these problems right now, but there seems to be some kind of fundamental support or resource issue around these launches.
You know what's
Because
also
this
crazy
keeps happening,
is that
and it's even worse
how
with
do
Fallout
you
76
how is their release schedule the worst it's ever been when they just got bought out a few years ago by Xbox? They have more money than ever. They have more resources than ever. They have more apparatuses for income than ever. They have a show running alongside one of the biggest gaming franchises of all time, and they still can't figure it out. That just tells me that, like, bro, what is going on with this? Why are these bots, like, just spamming my shit? I know I gotta do it again, man. Welcome to Bandland. So irritating. Kid gotta fix that. Yeah, just hold. Yeah, just hold that. Just do that. There you go. Jeez. Shit is annoying. Yeah, but anyways, it's like they have more money, more resources, and less responsibility than ever because they are owned by Xbox and they still can't figure it out. It is ridiculous. When I was on YouTube, porn bots were the problem. Oh, jeez. Vault-Tec automated targeting systems.
Because
oh,
now
that's
is
cool.
honestly a really great time to be playing this game. They just finished a big rebalance, so you could try out a bunch of new builds. The meta has definitely shifted. Right upon logging in, I reworked my
cat
own
crying.
build, and their new region doesn't feel like the biggest ever. The story section of the new content is definitely quite small, and it's artificially extended by some of the challenges you are forced to complete, but the area itself is cool. Exploration is definitely fun. It's some of the most similar to old school Fallout exploration that we've had in a long time. So it almost feels like Bethesda is just making this same mistake over and over again. They're kneecapping some of their own updates
Legendary
by not giving
Rust
them
Guard
enough support
Crusher.
or time or testing or something. Honestly, I'm not sure
What the hell
issue
is even
but
that?
Clearly there's an issue and it's constantly coming up around Bethesda games. And there's also a problem of continued support of these games. This most recent Fallout 76 update also marks the removal of a major feature with caravans. Remember Milepost Zero from last year? It debuted last September, and with Burning Springs has now been fully cut out of the game. This is an incredibly common trend with Fallout 76. We've had numerous major features get added, a ton of dev time spent on them, and then they are quickly abandoned or flat out cut from the game. Honestly, Fallout 76 could be a notably larger game at this point if they weren't constantly developing and then removing those things. There's clearly some kind of management or foresight issue here because this has happened almost
I've heard
every
developers
single
come out
year
and
this
say
game has
that
been out.
there's
And
way
believe me,
too
it's
much
not like we
middle
have so
management
much
that
content
cuts
you
them
can
from just
justify
doing what needs
constantly
to be
removing
done.
content. But then coming back around
Like
to
they
this
need to
being
go
a
in there
broader issue
and
with Bethesda,
really
there's something similar going
restructure
on with Starfield.
who does
Not with
and
them
doesn't
cutting content out of that
get
game, but it seems like
a
Starfield
say.
just
Like
took the year off
middle
for
management
2025.
is
We got a couple of cool new releases
the bane
in the form
of
paid mods earlier this year. Kingat's
Oh my
team
gosh.
dropped Watchtower, which really feels a lot like
Middle
a DLC.
management is the
If you're
bane of
looking for some
progress.
good new Starfield content, I would either check out Watchtower or Star Wars Genesis, this Star Wars themed overhaul mod list that are honestly pretty great pieces of content you could experience right now. And even just this past week, Starfield has been getting fairly large community content releases. On the free mod side, we just got Defined
There's a Star
Fire,
Wars
a
mod
new
for
settlement
Starfield?
featuring new
That would be kinda
NPCs
cool.
that are voice acted with some totally custom quests. And all of this as a free download. There's really no reason to not try it out if you're playing Starfield. Or alternatively, on the paid mod side, you have
I wait for 4
Vigils.
days and
For
my
600
cat hasn't
credits,
left
you
me
get a new
alone. I love
weapon,
cats, bro.
armor,
They're
and
so cool.
incredibly high quality dungeon. Crimson Flyboy has a great review out on this if you're interested. But from Bethesda officially, 2025 has been incredibly sparse, as new content such as new DLCs and even new ways to travel are confirmed, but seemingly for 2026. But what I will say is I've seen some things. I'm very, very excited for the future of Starfield. I think 2026 has serious potential. But when you look at 2025 for Bethesda Game Studios, it feels like
Such
lot
a
of
dud.
misses, particularly with their existing games and particularly with Starfield.
Robo
There hasn't
Dog?
been much going on, and that
What in
doesn't
the
feel
world?
like a good thing. It doesn't feel like this is an ideal state for this
A lot of good mods coming,
several-year-old
and that's
game
what
to
keeps
be in.
Bethesda
It's
games
their
alive.
newest release after
Unreal
all.
Engine is a
And I mean,
better
even on
engine, but it's
Xbox,
harder to
Starfield now
mod.
finds itself well
Is
below
that-
the Xbox 360 version of Fallout New Vegas is
They should
far as
just make their
players
own.
go. It's
Or they
also
should make
well
a better
below all
version
those
of
other titles,
Creation.
but that's the closest one that was relevant. Except for one other game
They're
which
owned
is
by
even
Xbox
lower than
now.
Starfield on players.
Hire a
That's
separate
Oblivion
team to make
Remastered.
you a
The launch
new
of Oblivion Remastered was my
engine
personal
with
gaming
all of the
highlight
bells and
2025.
whistles.
Even despite some of the leaks ahead of time, Bethesda actually shadow dropping a remaster after all these years is just a moment I think many of us will never forget. And it was very likely a masterful move for the game's reception, because Oblivion Remastered now has barely any players left for two major reasons. The game still stutters and also has a near non-existent modding scene. The patch cycle for Oblivion Remastered was also super odd. It got its first update over 6 weeks after release and only
Damn.
ever got 2 updates in total. The support now seems to have just completely ended. I honestly forgot this game was even a thing for a bit until Bethesda started tweeting about some of the Game of the Year nominations it was receiving. And to me, for how big of a release Oblivion was and Bethesda dropping their first sort of proper remake or remaster, it was really shocking how quickly this one also left the zeitgeist. It took over for like a
Single
month or
player
two,
games
and
get
then a lot of
longevity
people
for
just
mods.
seemed to
That's a
move
fact.
on. And I think a huge reason for that is, of
That
course,
is
the
a
lack of
fact.
mods. Oblivion Remastered uses dual engines. So visually, a lot of what you're seeing is Unreal Engine 5,
Except for, like,
but
the
underneath
Assassin's
that
Creed
is the old
RPGs that just
Gamebryo
constantly
engine the
have
game originally ran on. This is not super friendly for modding. Of
content
course, no
added to
official
them
tools
over
ever
years,
came out
but
for this
Assassin's
one.
Creed
So, yeah,
Shadow
when you're
sucks
looking
so
forward
much
to
cock,
stuff
I
like
don't even care.
Fallout 3 remaster, I really hope
I
this
dropped
all
that
doesn't
game. I didn't
happen
even
again.
beat it.
Fallout 3 has never had a really great modding scene, but a proper remade version with true mod support could yield
I wonder
some
why
really
Oblivion doesn't
cool
have a good
stuff.
modding
Imagine
scene.
DLC-sized mods coming out for a well-done remake of Fallout 3 in the next few years. That's the type of content that gets me excited for Bethesda games going forward.
wonder why
the
that is.
remasters and remakes are opportunities to give
Is
these
it because
games
they
another
maybe it's because they
decade of
use
life
Unreal
thanks to
5
modding,
for
but when you look at
all
what
the
happened with
visuals?
Oblivion and how some of the
If
ongoing
Unreal
support
5
for
is
their
in fact
other
harder
games
to
is going,
mod.
it just makes something like that seem incredibly unlikely right now. Because if they do follow that same support route as Oblivion for a Fallout 3 remastered, and really just doing the bare minimum
Maybe I'll get
post-launch,
into Oblivion.
yeah,
I did a
don't
live
exactly think
stream
that
on
they
it.
will
I
have
played it for a
successful
couple hours.
And overall, it almost
But
feels
games like
despite
that, I need to be
covering
like
all of this
walked
right
through
now,
those type of
Fallout
games because I
is
didn't
on a
grow up on
high
them,
from the
so
TV
I
show.
don't
People are more
understand them.
excited than ever about these games and even kind of the future around a Fallout 3 remastered. Bethesda is being celebrated for the franchise, and the games feel artificially propped up by this outside source that is finding great success. But when it comes to the games themselves, it's almost like all of these recent updates and many of the actions from the company are harming player counts. And some of the excitement is dwindling from the updates as opposed to being boosted up by it. The 100GB mod increase has the potential to be absolutely massive, but the consistent bugs and issues make it hard to look forward to any of this, at least for me. And then looking forward for the company overall, it's really hard for me to get excited. Their most recent game is just kind of skipped this year, and in a recent interview with Power Unlimited as a part of the Fallout Season 2 press tour, Todd Howard seems to suggest that The Elder Scrolls 6 was a 2027 or later game. Still,
We're not gonna
many
get Elder
years
Scrolls
away.
6 until Todd
was
Howard is
asked what he
65.
thinks comes first, GTA 6, The Elder Scrolls 6, or Fallout 5?
I got my fingers crossed for GTA 6.
Yeah, do you think it will really come next year?
I do.
Grand Theft Auto 6 has a November 19th release date, making it very unlikely that The Elder Scrolls 6 could still drop in 2026 after that. And overall,
I think that they have not been working on Elder Scrolls 6 nearly as much as they
it
would
just
like
feels
people
a
to
weird time
believe.
for Bethesda. They really could turn things around if Starfield has a more successful 2026, and some of these updates for Fallout 4 do continue. And
I think
actually
Todd
fix
let
all of these
time
issues
just
and then
get
maybe
past
improve
him
things even further.
and did
It'd be a really
not
great start to next
prioritize
year.
it
But it feels like more so
and
than
got
ever.
lost
There's
in
a
the sauce
lot
with the
riding on
show
Elder Scrolls 6.
and with
Bethesda's
Indiana
reputation
Jones
has
and with
taken a hit.
Starfield
You can even see this
DLC
in
and
some of
with
the
Fallout
reviews,
being a
or how
mess.
the reviews for some of these games are now changing. We're still years
Lord
away, so
knows
who knows how
when
fan
ES6
opinions will continue
coming.
to evolve, but if the Elder Scrolls 6
Before
doesn't
Oda
stick the
finishes One
landing,
Piece or
I can see that
Togasha
being a
finishes the
really big
Succession
problem
arc.
for this
That's
company.
crazy.
I know, at least for me, I'm always trying to stay hopeful about whatever's coming next from Bethesda.
Juice had mentioned it runs 2 engines. Yeah. That sucks, bro. That really sucks. Man. I don't get it, man. It's like they have so much potential. They have so many loyal fans that want to eat up everything that they make, and they're just fumbling, bro. They are
Charge
fumbling.
complete.
I don't know what the problem is. I don't know.
An endless wait.
But I am gonna go get dinner. I am starving. I have not eaten in several hours. But I will be on tomorrow. This was a lot of fun. Got a handful of YouTube videos out of this stream, so that'll be really cool. I'll probably end up turning at least a couple of them into clips for the Instagram and everything. But yeah, thank you guys so much sincerely for Juicehead. Do You're Watching is a good creator to follow for Bethesda modding scene. Oh, bet. Let me subscribe to him then. Here he is. Let me click back on it.
What is going on?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go get something to eat and take a break, but I will be back tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really, really appreciate it. A couple rants tomorrow I'm making. I'll be live as well. And I'm probably gonna play Where Winds Meet as well. So it'll be a little bit more interactive and playing games and whatnot and everything. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Thank you guys for also making it fun. And tomorrow, I'll be live tomorrow, probably around this same time, except for I don't have anything to do tomorrow. So I'll just be live for hours and hours, probably late into the night. So yeah, but thank you guys so much. Sincerely, really appreciate it. And tune in. I have a couple things I want to talk about on Instagram tomorrow. So I'll drop those videos in. But yeah, I will catch you guys then. Have a great one.